Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Return of Doltonshire, Episode 3. I want to start off by saying a huge thank you. Just saw the hype train. Thank you so much for the hype and the subs. Thank you so much. So tonight we have two more guests. We're going to meet them now, starting with Aubrey. Aubrey, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I am Aubrey. You find me everywhere in the Mac Pink Cosplay, and I'm going to be playing Piri Zariah, your local half-orc, half-elf druid with the wyvern friend named Mephi. And we both use she, her pronouns.
Hell yeah. And next up, it's great to have them in the player's seat for a change. Usually my DM over at Queen Court Games, we have Aaron. Aaron, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi, yes, hello. I am Aaron, the Forever GM over at Queensport Games. PJ has done me the great favor of finally letting me play a game. I don't know what it's like. It's going to be fun. I am playing Yonk, the Goblin Swashbuckler. My pronouns are he, him. Yonk uses they or it.
Excellent. Well, next up, we have the two returning survivors so far. Let's start off with Sam. Sam, please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hello, I'm Sam, and I'm playing Ineg, and she is a human fighter, and she's terrified. Oh, and our pronouns are she, her.
Excellent. Well, the second survivor, we have Randy. Please tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hey everybody, Randy Alvarenga here. I'm playing Corwin Winterbrand, a halfling tiefling, so just a tiny little tiefling, who is looking, he's not bloody himself, but there is just all the life is like drained out of his face because he is terrified of everything.
And next up, we have Wes. Well, you need... Nope. Okay.
You said my name, and then I was ready.
Well, next up, we have Wes. Wes, please tell them who you are, who you're playing, and what your pronouns are.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wes, and I'm playing Dan the Orc Man, and we're both he, him.
Oh, my God. Okay, that's going to be great.
It's face.
This cheesy bastard is gonna die. So hi everyone, my name is PJ. I am the GM for Edge of Legend and Natch Wayne Productions official here on Twitch. My pronouns are he, him, and I'll be playing everyone and everything else in between. And if you thought last week was scary, behold my face without a beard. Truly terrifying.
You're adorable.
Well, thank you. So without further ado, the recap, if you missed it last week, it's on Nat 20 Prods on our YouTube. Don't check it now because you're about to miss the episode if you do, but you want to go back later and see it, go to youtube.com/Nat20Prods. There it is. But in case you missed it, last week on Return to Doltonshire, episode 2, after escaping the docks, the team makes it up to the cornfield just by the farmland. Dead quiet, dead of night. The cornfield itself is still, and they proceed to move through the cornfield. Finn, playing Silas, finds a weird silhouette in the cornfield to find out that it is a man who has been sewn into a scarecrow. As he panics and tries to warn them to don't make a sound lest the hayman come around, it kind of leaves some questions in the air as to what this all really means. Unfortunately, Akane, the Kitsune gunslinger, doesn't quite take the warning to heart in time enough, and as they eventually decide to leave the cornfield, she is taken by a horrible nightmare, and as such, screams in terror, and then the hayman comes and takes her. After that, you have the rest of the party panicking, running to the farmland, trying to figure out what to do. They are given safety, well, you'd think, by one of the farmers, only to find out that it was an ambush designed to knock them unconscious and later put them in the backyard under a bear trap and cause them to be sacrificed to the hayman and his scarecrow minions. Thankfully, Corwin was invisible, and West, playing RND 47, was able to secure Silas, and everyone got out alive.
You can pronounce
Another
it
farmer,
correctly. Randy.
Randy 47. After that, they left the house and found another farmer who was pretty much sick and tired of all this nonsense, and told him that there's a secret door hidden in the middle of the abandoned grain silo. But to get there, they have to go through some woods. Tracking through, they were almost spotted 3 times by the Scarecrow minions therein. Again, you can't make a single noise, and it was hard. But eventually they get out and they find the abandoned grain silo. At this point in time, the Hayman shows up again with the Scarecrow minions, and the fear of madness overtakes the farmer. R&D 47 and Akane reappears to betray the team. At this point in time, there's a panic as Corwin runs, finds the door, a simple door frame, nothing behind it, nothing in front of it, just standing in the middle of the abandoned silo, opening the door and then closing it behind him. Silas, who was going up the silo, slid through the grain chute, came out just in time to see that the door had closed behind Corwin. And then the door fell over. Being attacked by literally the entire minion retinue, Silas was finally able to overpower the door with their magic and occult knowledge, ripped it open, and jumped inside, barely surviving with 2 HP. And as that happens, one by one, everyone joins in this new, wonderful little adventure tonight. And if you don't mind, a door opens. The hinges creak. Standing in front of you, a simple wooden room, 10 by 10. 4 doors in every direction. Doesn't matter where you came from or how you got here. There was a door somewhere. Open like every other door. Walking through it in panic and fear or in confusion, you have wound here. In the maze of doors. You stand all alone with the people you see here. No clue or hint as to where anything else leads. Ceiling, floor, 4 walls, 4 doors, wood panels. It's impossible. You are just in the grain silo of a barn. You are just in a dock town. Now you're here. The question is simple. What do you do?
I told you we shouldn't have eaten those mushrooms. Now look where we are. No one? Or am I the only one seeing all this?
Where'd you come from? Were you did you find the barn? Were you able to get in through there, or
What barn? I don't know. Did we go to a barn? I didn't go to any barn. Who are you?
Oh my God. We literally have lunch together every other Thursday. We're on the same shift. Dan, it's me, Corwin.
Yeah,
Is it Dan the Orc Man?
Yes, it's Dan.
Yeah, I'm Dan the Orc Man. That's right.
Great. That's exactly who I wanted to be here with us.
Of course he survives.
Well, of course, I'm Dan the Orc Man.
And who is that who in the shadows? You come into the light so I can see you.
I want to say that Yonk has been running down an alley and throws open the first door that they find, and then slams it shut behind them, not knowing where it leads. So you just like from the other side of the door here, like opens the door, slams it, and then like slides down the door, and then finally opens their eyes to see where they are, and just goes, "Shit."
What was chasing you?
I don't smell that bad.
I don't know. Who are you?
Well, I'm Dan the Orc Man.
Oh, Dan, second shift. Yeah.
Mhm.
Wait, are you?
Yes, it's Dan.
It's
I know
definitely him.
He has a certain smell.
I do not.
You do, Dan.
That
And just as quick on the intake as he always is.
I don't
Pretty sure.
I don't understand what you mean, Daniel.
See Dan, see Corwin, an egg. Who's that? And then I will actually draw my rapier, turn, and point it out at Piri.
Piri is like sitting on top of her animal companion right now. This very large like wyvern, riding wyvern with these sort of like red scales, and she's like kind of leaning over, looking at all of you. You kind of see like the half orc, half elven features. Just imagine an orc, but like super angular, like kawaii cute.
Love it.
And like looking at all of you with like this just like messy bunch of red hair, and just like looking, it's just like, yeah, I don't know where I don't know fucking where I am. I thought I opened the door to, an inn, and suddenly I am here with all you chuckle fucks.
So you are.
Okay. This is well, a predicament. Although you are looking quite nice still. I don't know how you do it, but your angular features are just so cute. It disturbs me.
Kind of kawaii,
it's
if you will.
Yes. Well.
Yeah, you're very unique looking for an orc. Usually we've got the really big features, because Dan is like 7 foot tall, just built, and he's like front line orc warrior. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of just a very interesting look you've got going on.
You know what they say, when an orc loves an elf.
What?
Don't know that saying, actually.
Yeah,
That's what my mom used to say to me all the time.
Oh, you have a mom. That's nice.
Maybe if we get out of here alive, you can see her again. We all can see our, parental units, or we could die here. We should figure out what's happening.
Let's just go open the door.
No.
Why not?
Don't.
Hey, look.
All of the doors led us here. They could lead anywhere. They could lead to traps. They could lead back to the mess that I just came from. There's no way in hell I want to go back to that.
Oh, come on. What harm ever came from opening a door?
I'm pretty sure a lot of our friends are dead.
Well, yeah, but do they die from opening doors? Or do they die from, people murdering them?
Maybe the people murdering them were behind the doors?
Can Silas just speak up? No, they die from being left to stay behind the door, in front of the door.
Yeah, you definitely hear Silas going, no, they died because sometimes people close the damn doors.
See?
Who's that?
Oh.
Should we open the door for them?
Oh, no.
And Egg walks
no.
towards the door.
Don't. Please don't.
Oh, why?
There are scarecrows made of things that were once living. Sewn together by the...
Fine.
No. Silas is fine. Whoever's on the other side of that door, I don't want them in here, please.
Well, we can't just stay here. We'll all starve to death.
You're right. But anything can be behind these doors.
Way out.
Okay, we'll draw straws.
I don't like that.
And somebody gets to open the door.
Just because you're tall and short straws, what are you trying to say?
All I'm saying. Look.
As this conversation proceeds, suddenly the walls, doors, and floors and ceiling break from reality, and you feel yourself falling quickly in the dark until suddenly, almost like a bird's eye view, you come falling into another room with 4 doors, ceiling, and walls. Everyone takes 5 damage from this impact.
Oh my god!
Okay.
So, can we listen to my idea and go through a damn door already?
Yes!
When you say everybody, do you mean the goblins who are squishy and don't have the bones where they should be?
I will say... I'll say you take 3 damage.
So everybody else falls and crunches, and then you see Yonk smash down Pancake a little bit and then spring back into shape, kind of like a fruitcake or a Jello.
Wow.
A nice trick. Oh.
Ow.
All right. Someone, let's look at these doors. I'm gonna walk up to a door and I'm just gonna see if the doors look different from each other. Okay. What's the deal here?
All doors look the same. All 4 doors look entirely the same. Only one is covered with the dead corpse of Silas, as he did not have enough HP to survive the fall. Silas is dead.
He's on the inside of the door now?
Well, he's on the door frame.
Like he was in the room, and when we fell, he just died.
And so Dan's just gonna go up and like poke him. Hey. Well, in a pinch, if we get hungry. I mean,
You are not eating Silas. We're not eating each other. We're going to get out of this. We're going to work together, and we're going to survive. Right?
I said in a pinch. He's dead already. It's not like I'm going to kill anything.
He's also a necromancer. He might come back. Who knows?
That they never.
That's true.
I knock on a door
No response.
and listen. Nothing.
No response.
I listen at the next door.
No response.
All right.
All right, enough of this. And Dan's gonna open the 3rd door.
Dan's going to get us murdered.
Okay. Damn. You open the 3rd door and walk through?
Not walk through, just open it and then look in.
As you open the door, you see what appears to be a hazy, blurry representation of a room just like the one you're in. And from what you can barely tell, there might be 4 doors just like this one. But it doesn't seem to be fully in your realm, in your dimension of reality yet until you walk through.
This looks weird. He's gonna take out some rope and tie it to one of his throwing hatchets and then chuck it through the door.
I was just going to suggest we toss Silas's corpse in there, but that works too.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Like,
Do you do that as well?
Yeah, so he's gonna just in case. Well, should I cut him up into little pieces so that we can throw it in each of the doors?
I don't think we have time.
Let's go through
For
this
that.
one. It looks fine.
We'll keep that idea, but we'll keep him for the next door.
Okay, and so Dan's just gonna walk over, pick up Silas's corpse, and like put it on his shoulder, and then like kind of like poke a finger through the door.
Okay. You're going through the 3rd door, you said, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's gonna poke a finger through. Anything happen?
Nothing. You have to cross the threshold from what you can tell.
All right. Who's going? I guess I'll go first. Why not? And he's gonna step through the door.
Okay. Is everyone going through door 3?
I'm going to wait until.
Yeah,
he
I
goes
was gonna wait, to make sure that Dan the Orc Man doesn't just explode when he steps through the door.
Okay.
He poked it.
Wes, I need you to roll for me.
Oh God.
I need you to roll for me a D10. I need everyone else to also roll for me a D10.
Balls.
I wasn't even safe. Not roll.
It'll be 8.
4.
5.
7.
5.
What was that?
Damn it! I rolled the lowest.
It could be you take the least amount of whatever.
That's fair.
You never know with PJ.
I don't, and that's what's scary, guys. This is why I have anxiety. No, it's not.
So, second, excellent. All right. Seems like nothing's happening for you. As Dan the Orc Man stands there, it almost looks like you're just in a simple wooden room, 4 doors. Of course, the one that is open, still open, behind you. Nothing else seems to be happening right now.
Oh, well, it seems fine, everybody. I didn't die.
I'll go in once
Yeah,
he seems.
same.
I'll move to follow as well.
Yonk at this point was hiding behind one of Piri's legs because Piri is massive, and then just kind of squeezes in between.
Oh, you can
and
just
then-
hide behind Mephi.
All right. As you all walk through and the door closes behind, you find that you're suddenly no longer in a simple room with 4 doors. The wood paneling gone. Something very different. Aubrey, please tell me, what was the one building that you have a fond memory of back on the Pirate City?
It would be my father's bakery. My father was a baker.
As you step through, you are now in this bakery. You see the shelves where all the bread would be put. You see the massive storefront with the glass and all the parchment paper. No lights lit.
Dad?
No sound comes back. Everyone, you are all standing in Peary's bakery shop. But the lights are off. The door behind you is closed. It is dead quiet.
Out of curiosity, was this the room I walked into? Did it look like this when I first walked in?
No, it did not.
So that was very strange. This place did not look like this when I walked in. It changed.
What?
Okay, I was in a room like the room we were just in, and now it's a bakery.
My dad's bakery.
Your
Oh.
dad's.
Back on the Pirate City.
Yeah, you know, Zariah's pastries and breads.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and try to see if there's anything in this room that's like removable. If it's all like, are there like baskets? Are there the wood pieces? Like, what's the deal here?
Yeah. Everything that would be in a bakery shop is there. You see dry ingredients. You see the little metal baskets and containers for the fresh food.
Do they have that thing that's like a big paddle where you put like the bread way deep in the oven with?
A pizza thing?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I take that and I put it over my shoulder. I'm like, well, this might come in handy.
Definitely.
Can I look out the window? Like, what does it look like?
You look out the window and you see the view from her father's bakery shop of the pirate city. Wooden stairs going down 2-3 floors, looking at the dead center of the main deck of one of the many ships latched together. You can see one of the sails pointing in one of the many directions as if it's going to take a massive turn. A ship the size of an entire city made of many other ships. This would be no easy feat. But despite seeing all of the wood panels, metal debris, prior ships strung together, what would be a hustling, bustling naval city, you can't see anyone beyond the window.
I want to go behind the counter, and like look around. This is truly my dad's bakery, there's a spot that is beneath the pastry case that you kind of have to you don't know it's there unless you know it's there. And it was when I was very small, I would climb in there and use my little light cantrip and read books.
All right.
I don't want to see if it's there.
You look exactly in that spot. Sure enough, you find your little cubby, your little private space, still there.
Is there anything?
This is really weird, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in your dad's bakery, that's really weird because we're not anywhere close to where that would be. So
Yeah.
maybe we got teleported,
No.
right?
No.
I don't know anything about magic, but isn't that how it works?
Yeah, I want to because I call someone over towards the window and I go, this part of the ship would have way more people, and even late at night there are people wandering around. This is odd.
Yonk appearing over your shoulder oh, at least 7 more.
Yeah, there'd definitely be at least 5 people out there, right?
Yeah.
That's how many live in a city, about that 5 or so. Yeah.
Yes, Dad.
That's right. Is there anything heavy or hard inside of the bakery that he could pick up?
Yeah, giant crates they would carry goods in, wooden or metal crates. There is old barrels that would be pretty heavy, containers with dry goods, and of course another one of those paddles that you could slide things to in the deeper part of the oven.
He would like to grab one of those paddles and chuck it through a window.
Okay.
I mean, if we're not actually here, it's not going to matter if I do this and just try and throw it through the window.
The glass bursts and shatters as this paddle goes soaring through it.
He wants to look at it when it hits the ground. That's what he's watching for.
clack, 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 clack. The wood rests dead on the ground.
Huh. I thought maybe if this was an illusion, that wouldn't work. So I guess it's not an illusion.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Go right ahead, yeah. Cast and Detect Magic. Yeah, you can feel a large amount of illusion, enchantment.
I know that my mom would cast spells on the bread to help it last longer, and to make little prestidigitation on some of the stuff makes it taste better. But there shouldn't be that much magic here.
Well, should we go through another door then, or do we want to stay in the creepy bakery?
Well, there's
Yeah,
no
this
bread
bakery's not
here,
creepy.
actually.
I mean, it is when there's no people in it, and we were in a place where everyone we knew was dying, and then we're in a bakery now. I feel like this is probably not a place we should stay.
Right. Whatever is causing this is definitely probably watching us right now.
Oh, you think
wanna-
there's a person?
I think there's an entire town, at least, of crazy peeps. So, yes.
I'd prefer fighting them to
Yeah.
all of this crazy door nonsense. So
There's at least, there were the townsfolk that were trying to eat us. I saw the little
people tried to
scarecrow. I
eat
don't
you?
even know what was chasing you in the alley.
Aside
While
from
they're... Oh, sorry.
aside from the front door, is there a back exit to this bakery? If we're sticking with the door theme, are there other doors here?
Yeah, sure enough. As you're looking at the bakery, they would have the same doors the bakery would have back when you were a kid there. You see the front door to enter, of course, the back door to throw out trash or to maybe make deliveries without getting in the way of foot traffic. And of course, all the doors for things like bathroom and any sort of on-site bedrooms if you would also sleep in the place where you worked. Very common since space is limited. So yeah, absolutely.
Yonk is going to open the bathroom door.
While they're all arguing, just in case this sets off something crazy, I'm gonna use my so I have a medicine feat to roll a medicine check. It says battle medicine, so can I attempt to roll something to give myself some hit points?
Yeah, absolutely. You can make a battle medicine check, or just make a medicine check, I should say. Are you trained or an expert in that?
Expert.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll.
You can either do it at the 15 DC or the 20 DC.
Yeah. Okay.
The 20 DC is 2d4 plus 10.
I'm gonna do the 20.
Yeah.
20 DC. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's 23.
Okay, 23. You get 2d8 plus 10 healing.
God. 2d8 plus 10.
It's not malicious the way that they approach the bathroom door. It's more like everyone is talking and debating, and we know from past experience I can at least open the door and look. So it's just maybe that's the scene where you're all having this argument and then you hear the silence and then the as the bathroom door opens.
I like to imagine that everyone just slowly turns their head at the same time.
And then just Yonk getting progressively smaller, just shrinking down as they realize what has happened.
And as you open the door to the bathroom, you see a well-kept bathroom.
Is it the
Does
weird
anyone have to
shimmer
go?
thing? No.
Nothing else out of the ordinary. Nothing happens. Just a well-kept bathroom.
For posterity, I got 16 points of healing, and I'm back to full. Try not to die. Okay, continue.
So good.
So Dan's gonna look into the bathroom and just kind of be like, well, I don't want to be the first one to use it. It could be a mimic.
Oh, mimic toilets.
That's
The worst place to get bitten, right?
You're right,
Yeah.
actually.
Just saying.
I don't want that at all.
If I created some sort of weird illusion thing, I'd put mimics everywhere. Especially a mimic toilet. Never suspect a mimic toilet.
Something like you'd expect to mimic door.
I'm gonna go in the bathroom.
He's like,
And then he goes in and walks into the bathroom and like clenches his fist as he does and closes his eyes for a second.
He clenches his fist.
So, Corin, as you go walking into the bathroom and you close your eyes, you wait, you take a deep breath. But when you open your eyes, you're still in the bathroom.
It's just a normal bathroom, at least right now.
Maybe we'll go like look away, but
No.
I have a weird feeling about closing this door. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, why mess with that? Because if we don't need to go into a closed room, regardless, shouldn't we be trying the doors that are not to the bathroom?
Outside?
Yes.
All right.
We'll have the front door and the back door that we did deliveries through.
Okay.
Let's check the back door.
Who gets vibes? Does anyone have a good vibe?
Can I
Miss my dad.
Yeah.
By the way, Dan the Orc Man is still carrying Silas's body
Oh my God.
on his shoulder.
Okay.
Let
We can
the
raise bread,
necromancer
but we
down.
can't raise the dead here.
So you mentioned that there was two doors that you were looking to go to, the back door and the front door. Was there a split or an idea which way you wanted to go?
Oh, we came in the front door. Of course we're going to leave out the back door.
Makes sense.
Sense to me?
So just to confirm, you will all go out the back door, correct? As you step out.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dan will like throw Silas's body through the door first, just to see what happens.
So you
Wait! Everybody, hold up. An idiot check.
Ugh.
okay.
Oh.
You open up the back door. The back door leads to a small wooden patio with a collection for the refuse and a very steep series of wooden stairs to go down, down, and down. But it's not very wide or long. So when you throw this body, it eclipses the stairs, and you can hear the sound of broken wooden shingles as the corpse of Silas, now somehow back on this boat home of yours after all, shatters the roof and disappears into a nearby house.
I should have tied a rope to him.
Oh yeah, that was
That was an oversight.
Or you let the necromancer rest. He's already been through too much.
Oh, he raised a bunch of dead. Why can't I?
Dan, you cannot go through life with your comfort corpse. You have to find your own path.
Well, maybe I'll just wait for someone else to die and then use them as my comfort corpse.
I don't think that's
No
healthy.
comfort corpses, please. I have not agreed to my body being used as a comfort corpse.
Well, neither did the people he resurrected. So,
And there it is. All right.
fair's fair.
shots fired.
Yonk looking over to Piri. This is a weird place to have a debate about undead ethics.
Kinda is, but
What's
I
ethics?
don't think any of us want to walk through the door.
Nope.
I walked through the first one.
I'll go.
Corwin walked through the second one. It's somebody else's turn.
I walk through the door.
As you walk through the back door, you're now firmly standing outside. You can kind of smell the breeze of the sea air just tickling your nose, but you're still here in this dead quiet, dead empty version of your home.
Outside. Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
Damn it, they're gonna try to kill us on our own damn shit.
Even having
Well,
watched everyone go through safely, Yonk takes a very dramatic step over, very lightly tiptoeing and then bringing the other leg along and just...
Huh.
I muttered to myself. But I want to cast my cantrip to summon my instrument.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a little pipe that he plays.
Nice. Everyone give me perception checks.
That'll be a 19 for me.
29.
12. This dice is in dice jail.
You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
Oops. My perception is not in here.
17.
17.
I
Excellent.
don't perceive anything.
I'm sad because right after I put the other dice in dice jail, I rolled a nat 20 with my with my dice.
21.
Perfect. Okay. So 29, 29. Corin, can you tell me what yours was again one more time?
17.
17. Okay. As you step out, you are, for all intents and purposes, back home. You see everything. This massive ship city sprawling out around the gray and blue horizon of this sea that you call home. But you don't see anything else except for Yonk and Ineg down in the very center, dead center of the walkway. You see a random door standing all by itself.
That's not normal.
What is?
What?
That, and I take Dan the Orc's face and like turn it towards.
Wait, I want to see. And I climb up Dan the Orc's back.
There.
Are you
Spooky.
trying to take Silas's place? You're still alive.
No, I jump off. No.
I can reach over and I'll just pick up Yonk and I will put them on top of Mephi with me so they can see what's going on.
To be clear, I don't have a very good ride skill, so let's not do that for long.
So do we think that's the door we're supposed to be scared of?
Probably.
I mean,
Probably.
didn't we want to come back here anyway? Why don't we just like stay?
We can run the bakery.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. If you want to stay here, I say
Wait.
go ahead. I'm not.
Clarification. Are we on the ship that we came here on?
You're on the home the ship came from. Your home.
Okay.
where you all live.
We're not on the ship though.
No.
Okay. So we're on like the mainland
Mainland,
of
yeah.
where we were.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it a pirate? It's like a giant pirate city.
Yeah. Your home is basically a bunch of massive ships and detritus kind of latched together and just sent out to just be nomads.
Okay.
And that's currently where we are right now.
Floating island. Okay,
Got
but
it.
not the ship because
Floating
the ship that I came in on got ate. I saw it with my own eyes.
That's true.
Okay, well, we might as well go figure out what's going on because there's nobody.
Mm.
And I just do a listen. Do I hear anything at all?
Dead quiet.
Hmm?
Sound of your friends, loved one, familiar acquaintances, pets, bilge rats, even the waves themselves. No noise. Dead quiet.
Can I do something really quick?
What would you like to do?
I'd like to create an auditory illusion 30 feet ahead of us of just a group of people talking like they're going drinking or something.
Okay.
And I want to see what happens.
Sound goes off 30 feet ahead of you.
This is ghost sound.
Oh, I hear people.
God, no, Dan. The sound goes off and it echoes and echoes until it fades. Nothing happens. Just the empty town that you call home.
Did everybody else hear that? I heard people over there.
Dan, that was me.
What was you?
So there's something called magic
Yeah.
that he uses to
Mhm.
do things like make illusions. And when he did the thing with his hands
Uh-huh.
to do magics, that was making magics, which
You
is
know,
what
like-
that was.
You know,
Okay.
like how I set everything on fire?
Ooh.
Magic.
Right, but I mean, look, all right, you're not gonna trick me with this one, all right? I know what a ventriloquist is. They throw their voices places. I didn't know you were a ventriloquist though. That's fun.
Oh my god.
Where's your puppet?
Oh my god. I was trying the last place they were attracted to sound, right? So I
Uh-huh.
tried to see if they would attack a sound, but they whatever these things are. I don't even know what we're fighting against, honestly.
Well,
But I don't like it. And without us knowing, us walking down there to that door is dangerous because it could be anything.
You're right. You seem to have the most experience, so why don't you go first?
No way in hell, bud.
All right, well, who's next in the door order?
Unfortunately for all of you, I am both the bravest, and because this is a set of like rickety stairs, I am not going to miss the opportunity to be cool as hell and balance my way down it. So you've all taken very cautious steps at this point, and then Yonk just jumps off the back of Miri and then plants like parkour style on the railing, and then I'm assuming it's down this big spirally monster staircase, monster as in size, not as in has an AC, down towards the bottom level.
Just for giggles, give me an acrobatics check.
I'm really good at this, so if I fail, it's going to be super embarrassing. Nat 20 for a total of 33.
Ow!
So
It is-
impressive.
It's perfect. It's like goblin skateboarding, and you just ride the rail all the way down, making impossible pin turns that shouldn't be made, but you make it and it looks effortless. Never mind whatever, splinters may be getting absorbed by your skin, but along the way you get down from the rail, and there's the door just maybe 15 feet in front of you.
Two things. One, do I get a point of panache for doing that?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
And then
Hey.
two, I'm not being very aware because when I finally hit the cobblestone at the bottom, I'm looking back up at them like,
That was awesome! I want to do it.
Oh.
Go ahead, give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
That's 26.
20. With the grace of a buffalo on a snowboard, whether it's just sheer mass and inertia, you find the way. It's not nearly as smooth and quick as Yonk's was, but god damn it, you do it.
Is that acrobatics
Oh.
that they did?
Oh,
Yes.
that was so fun!
Hey, that was awesome.
extending my arm, it
yeah,
stretches out high enough to give a high five.
High five. He's going low with it.
All right.
Ha!
If that's the best way down, and then I flip and try to do the same thing.
Okay, give me an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Answering the age-old question: if your friend's backflipped off a railing onto cobblestone, would you do it too? Yes, apparently we all would.
Yes.
Yeah. What I want to what I want to say is I rolled a 13 plus my plus my 13, so that's 26. But I also have quick jump. So instead of like a leap onto the railing, he just jumps up onto it and flips on.
Yeah. And like a badass, you jump and just start rolling, and you end with a magnificent dismount with your friend, Dan the Orc Man, and Yonk.
Well, Yonk, yes. Dan,
You stand
Dan
there
holds
with
up his hand with a
workplace
high five.
acquaintances.
Ah, great! That was so cool too.
Oh, that was really kind of you, actually, to say it like that.
Yeah. All right. I got worried for a second. I thought you were going to leave me hanging. That brings
Yeah.
bad luck to the whole deal.
It does.
I'm gonna pick my way carefully down and not do any sort of backflips.
You're able to get down without any issue. Piri, are you also just going down casually? Or are you going to make a moment of it?
I'm gonna make a moment of it, but instead of me doing it, it will be Mephi doing it. I will ride on their back, and they will like do some cool like wall running things.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Go ahead and give me an acrobatics
Because
check.
their acrobatics is better than mine.
That's also just way
They get a
cooler.
+9 to their acrobatics.
Ooh, nice.
Not bad. That's not bad.
I mean, this real Yonk is actually getting more and more
And that's what-
upset that everybody is doing it.
It's like the worst time to get a nat 20 for a 29.
Sure.
Wow.
It's awesome. Again, it's like you're riding a skateboard, but the skateboard is a wyvern, and the skateboard is self-aware. You are doing a sick ass flip to dismount, and with that, in front of you, 15 feet, is a standalone door, closed, ready to be opened. What do you do?
Well, first Dan gives a high five to Piri.
Yes, you can have fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh look, if we survive this, we gotta like start a circus or something because we're all freaking awesome. Like
You,
just,
you should
know.
see some of the tricks Piri, Mephi can do.
Yes, I think that's. Look, I think we have a spectacular group. Minus the one. But yeah, we're all awesome.
I'm gonna take 10 on my circus lore roll to see if he's cut out for it. Be a 17 against that DC. I don't know what it is, but while that conversation is happening, Yonk is circling the door. First, like walking up to it, and then like kind of peering behind it, just inspecting this space.
Yeah, you don't see anything behind the door or in front of it. Simply a door frame with a door handle on each side. No indication to say what's the front or the back. Just standing in the middle of this wide open walkway.
Can I do like an occult roll on the door and see if it seems magical at all?
Well, I can save that occult roll right now. It looks really magical considering that you walked through one seconds ago and it got you here to begin with.
Yeah, I was just making sure. Just making sure.
You know, what is the worst that can happen if we just don't go through the door and just live here forever?
We starve to death.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there's things to eat here.
There's
Yeah, go get
there was
Silas.
no bread in the bread shop, so what makes you think that there's food in the food shops?
Is there like I go to where I know somebody has like plants on a balcony.
The plants are there, but they're limited. And you'd have to continue to recycle the small amount of soil and the small amount of seeds you'd get, since right now it looks like the water is dead. It's not moving. The wind isn't blowing. And from what you can tell, there's no sea life anywhere.
Salad, see? We'll be fine.
I mean,
I'll be fine.
he kind of like looks down at himself. I don't think that there'll be enough food for all of us, or really even one of us with plants. I don't like green plants so much.
Does it
That's
feel a
fine.
little bit like cannibalism to you because you're green?
No, I don't like the taste. It gets stuck in my teeth.
I'd rather go to my real home, not some illusionist playhouse. And he goes up to the door, opens it, and walks through.
Corwin,
Okay.
it wasn't even your turn. All right.
We should
Yeah.
just like start throwing our shoes through and see if that
That's
works.
fair.
He's he's mumbling to himself. Wasn't even your turn. Just go out of order. Throw out the whole order thing. All right, whatever. Chaos. Chaos.
Chaos.
Is everyone else following Corwin into the room?
Oh yeah. 100%.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, let's wait and see if Corwin explodes or something after
Uh-huh.
Corwin enters.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's just like everyone's crowding around the door, just looking through. Like,
Very Three
Corwin.
Stooges moment as we all peer around.
oh, Corwin, did you die?
Oh, no, I don't know.
Well, to answer that question, I need everyone to roll a d10 and tell me the number.
Don't like that.
4.
7.
We've literally rolled the same thing twice now on the same roll.
5.
Okay. And I don't think I got yours, Aaron. What was yours?
10.
10. Oh, excellent. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So. Cool. And
I don't like the suspense.
okay. So you are all standing there as Corwin enters the room alone by themselves. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I guess I would call it holding my movement until I confirm he doesn't explode.
We're delaying our turn.
Yes. If we want to be precise about it.
Oh, man.
But he's holding on. Dan the Orcman's holding onto the door frame.
That's good. That's good.
Why is that good, PJ? Why?
I think Dan the Orc-Man may soon be without a hand.
Yeah, that's the vibes I'm getting too.
So as Corwin walks through the door, turns to you all. Corwin, you take 16 damage as you can feel teeth tear a chunk of your shoulder out. Everyone watching, you see blood shoot from their back as you are grappled by something.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Dan Yorkman immediately throws Corwin part of the rope attached to the hatchet. Grab the rope!
All right.
And I'm going to try and pull him back through the door.
All right. You pull him back through the door. The door stays open.
Oh, like fuck it does. I'm closing it.
Dan kicks it. Bad door! Bad door!
The door stands as if immovable, immutable.
It won't close? Oh wait, what do you mean by
Oh,
that?
it's closed. It just
okay.
won't fall over.
It's like just perpendicular in the middle of this empty space.
I will do battle medicine roll to try to help out Corwin.
Okay. Now, so far, the only door that seems to work here to go anywhere is this one that you just closed. The question is, what are you going to do?
Oh, I know. What if we go through the other side? Like, we open it from this side and then walk around and walk through the other side? Maybe that works.
Oh yeah.
It's worth a shot.
Who's next in the walking through the door order?
For the battle medicine roll, that was a 27. So that 27 for the roll. And I assume hits the 20.
Yes, it does. So just roll 2d8 plus 10.
Okay. 8 plus 3 plus 10 equals 21 points.
Oh my gosh.
Corwin.
Roll 21
Dang.
points.
That
Now-
shit's good.
Aneg and Corwin, your bodies are being healed by mundane medical means, which means you cannot heal yourself again for another period of time. I believe even if I
A
gave you
day.
the proper feat, it would be a while. So
Yeah. Good to know.
there you
What's
go.
the feat? Does it happen to be continual healing?
I believe so, and I believe that shortens the amount of downtime to 10 minutes until you can heal them again.
Oh my
That
god.
is-
That's
Wow.
what I got.
I named it the best feat.
All right, start the timer, y'all.
To answer Wes's question, unfortunately, I believe it is Yonk's turn to go through the door. But the universe being duality in all things, we found the bad side of the door. If we go around, obviously this will be the good side of the door. So Yonk's feeling pretty confident about it.
Let's go.
All right, yeah, we don't.
It's clever.
That side's bad. Fuck that side. We don't like it.
As Yonk goes through, can
Oh, wait, wait.
I?
Let's not say that right yet.
Well, I mean, well, I just want to prepare. I essentially want to take my crossbow, short bow, and like use my low light vision to try to see if there's anything moving in there.
Okay. Looking ahead as the door is open, you don't see anything. Just a wooden room, 10 by 10, with a ceiling, walls, 4 doors, you can assume from this angle. Just like the one you left to get here.
See, this is exactly why we needed Silas. Then he would have gotten like chomped on, and you would still have a shoulder.
I
Yeah, it's
fixed
pretty
it.
good
That's
logic.
fair.
Yeah,
Yonk's gonna-
like this feels kind of better than it did before.
You're welcome.
Are you like a massage therapist or something? Like, you know, I'm a little tense too. I mean, this is a stressful situation.
I have many skills to be used when the time is right. Is it not now? Now is not the time
All right,
for
fine.
massages.
All right.
Maybe we'll hit up a spa after we survive.
Oh, that actually sounds great. And he's gonna like really quickly. All right, Yonk, hold on, and throws the hatchet through the door.
Nothing happens. It lands in the middle of the room.
The good side. Pulls it back.
All right.
Filled with a confidence befitting their wisdom score, Yonk will proceed into this obviously safe room now.
Okay. Everyone roll a d10 for me.
Or again.
9.
10.
7.
Okay. A 3.
Or 0, but a 10.
Notice how he has to spend longer looking
Yeah,
at the
there's a-
table every time, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I worry that it's cumulative.
Mm.
Like the higher we get, the worse things happen.
I've got bad news for all of you because I've been rolling really good numbers.
I know.
Okay. You step into the wooden room. 4 doors, 4 walls, ceiling, floor. The door closes behind you all. Nothing happens.
The good side.
Instant high five.
Yeah. Ah!
Hey.
I lean over towards Ineg, who seems to be a bit more reserved, and I go, I definitely don't think we've won yet.
No. I look around. Is there like blood somewhere from like when we fell the last time?
You know, the
Or the chomp.
the messy blood of Silas on a door.
You see what looks like just a simple plain wooden room, 10 by 10, 4 doors.
I turn
Almost
around
the same.
and I want to use my sword to like chip the door we came out of, like as a marking.
Okay. Yeah, you cut a nice little mark in there so you know which door is yours. Then what?
Now what?
I guess somebody needs to pick another one. Because
Put his
I
finger
picked
in the nose.
the
Not
first
it.
one, and I no one got
I
hurt.
guess it's my turn. And there's 3 other doors.
Yeah, so you have the door you came out from behind you, door in front of you, a door to your left, and a door to your right.
I'm left-handed. Let's go left.
Okay.
Before I go in, I'm gonna take my produce flame cantrip and just sort of make a little mark, like on the door frame.
Okay. The burn is there. You can see it clear as day. You know exactly that you put it there. Here you go.
Okay.
So,
Take a
You're
deep
going-
breath. Yeah, and I open the door
Hold on.
and
Hatchet.
hatchet.
ting, 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 lands in the middle of the room. Nothing
I
happens.
am going to grab the rope. No, just leave the hatchet in there. I'm gonna grab the rope and walk into the room. And if it's bad, pull me back.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Okay.
great plan. All right, I'm ready.
As Peary walks into the room, everyone roll a d10,
Including me.
including
What does
you.
it mean?
A 9.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
That's a 2 for me as well.
That's a 1.
I have a 2.
I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Ready with the rope.
I think standing in front of Wes, also holding on the rope, but barely able to have feet on the ground as well.
Dan just lowers it slightly.
Okay.
Just tippy grippies holding on,
Yeah,
pretending.
I just have my bow, like,
I love
Like,
to think that you're
aimed.
actually in the air. It's actually like hindering the process. Swinging back and forth.
this is why it's always hard working with Dan on his shift.
So, to clarify, Aubrey / Peary is the only one in this room, correct?
As of right now.
Yes.
All right. Aubrey, you're in the room,
Yep.
the exact same wooden room as you just left, 10 by 10. Ceiling, 4 doors, 4 walls, and a floor. Except the door, of course, you just came through with a rope through it. Nothing else seems to be happening.
Okay, I think it's good.
Awesome. Dan steps through.
Okay.
On our way.
I walk through, but I cast shield on myself.
As you all attempt to walk through, since Dan the Orc Man went first, the door immediately slams shut. Aubrey, the rope is cut in half, separating you from everyone else. Dan, the minute you touch the door, it feels like paint along a wooden wall. Dan, I need you to make a reflex save right now.
Okay. That one.
Gonna change your name to Dan the One Hand Orc Man.
That is a. Oh no. That's a 14.
14.
It's not good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh.
both.
It was a big bucket of dice hands.
What?
You take 23 damage as suddenly, coming from the wall and the floors, spinning blades and spikes burst into the whole room. Dan, you take that damage directly because you could not get out of the way in time. Everyone else in the room, that was the alarm, but thankfully you made something happen before the alarm went off. Yonk, Corwin, and Ineg, you see the whole room become a steel cage of blades and death. Wes, you take that 23 damage I mentioned earlier, but everyone now gets an opportunity to get through a different door to save your life.
So yeah, Dan's just ah! Another door, bad door. Oh.
Yeah.
Going through the door on the, because the left one's the one that's paint now, right?
Yep, the one on the
Okay.
left is now paint.
Just going through the door on the right.
Yep. Right behind.
Everybody,
Okay.
I would imagine, goes through this time.
All right, so there is a narrow, thin wooden plank and a crossbar, so straight, dead center, breaking off to each door. It is very narrow and precarious. There are pendulums swinging down above. The wall is literally coming in with blades and buzzsaws, and coming from the ground, the same. Nothing but a very, very deep fall into very sharp steel. And all around you, at any moment in time, you could be poked, stabbed, bifurcated, and slain. So in order to do this right, I need acrobatics checks to make sure you don't slip and fall or time it terribly and be killed. Give me an acrobatics save. Or no, I'm sorry, an acrobatics check.
I'm gonna hero point that.
26. Also, I have a shield. A shield of magic force that he calls.
31.
I also got a 23.
23,
22.
32. And give me yours again, Randy.
26.
26. Okay. As you are getting across a very narrow wooden plankway, pendulum blades are swinging like scythes in front of you and behind you. It's not easy. Your legs are shaking as the pit of your stomach is numb with fear. You're able to get to the dead center of the room. You were at the door on the left. Which door did you say you were going to, Sam?
The door on the right.
On the right. Okay. I need you all to make one more acrobatics check. See if you can get to that door without falling to your death.
26.
26.
30.
30.
21.
21.
31.
31.
Wait, 32 actually. 19 plus 13, 32.
Yeah.
Is that too low? Should I roll again? Should I hero point?
As you sneak to the door, first of you, almost a tie between Yonka and Corwin, you're able to get your hand on the doorknob, turn, opening it up. You see Piri still staring at the cut rope that the door had severed in her hand. Do you go in?
The alternative is spiky trap swinging room. Yeah.
Absolutely. So you two go inside. Dan the Orc Man, you see your friends going. You, of course, go in as well. You go in. Sam, you start getting close. All of your friends are jumping in. You start feeling your body start to pitch a little bit more. Your foot is starting to turn. You can feel your entire center of gravity just bending to the blades of death below. And it's at that point that you make it to the door. Just, you were 1 point off from being killed instantly.
Ooh.
I was suspicious. I was like, 21 seems like a lot. But, right. I shut the door behind me, for sure.
So you're all back together again. Piri, the rope is now cut in half. Dan, the rope that you gave her is cut in half. You have 4 doors behind you where you just came. Left, right, and straight ahead.
I'm sorry I broke your rope.
It's fine. I got broken a little bit. Hey, can you do the thing to make less pain happen?
Everybody stand
Yes.
right there if you're injured.
Getting a little
You
pissed off at
stand-
this place.
You stand if you stand right there within a 15-foot cone in front of me, I'm going to cast rejuvenating flames.
Oh.
I heal you with fire.
Ooh.
Nice.
Is Yonk smart enough to know that's what's happening?
I mean, you've probably seen me do it before.
I imagine the flames start shooting out. He's like, "Shit, not another one!"
Ah!
And tries to
Another trap!
dodge.
No. Look. Her eyes aren't like bloodthirsty murder.
But his it. And I point to
Mine are
Murphy.
unfortunate.
And then
And you will all heal 10, and you will take a +1 status bonus to your fortitude saves for the next minute.
Oh.
This is part of my my Phoenix sorcerer bloodline.
nice.
What happens if we break down the next door? And you can see he's like trying to hold in rage right now.
Yeah.
Well, before we break anything, and I want to inspect the door behind me, the doors in front of us for any marks like the ones that were put previously. So I think the only ones we had marked was the door we came out of last time, and Puri marked the door on the left.
And as you look around the doors, you're looking for a burn mark and a weapon gouge or a scuff. Looks like 4 mattingly boring, similar wooden doors.
So none of that.
No
Is
all
marks.
All right.
All right, it's my
He
turn.
pulls out his pipe. Wait, before you do, he goes, if they're going to cheat and sneak up on us and stab us, the least I can do is try to help. And he plays a song on his pipe. As he does, he casts Inspired Defense. Everyone in the area gets a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, as well as
Ooh.
resistance equal to half the level of the spell to physical damage.
Sweet. All right, so like directly across from where they just came out of, Dan's gonna go and throw open that door with pretty angry force.
Okay. You see through the door. 10 by 10 wooden room, 4 doors. Do you go inside?
He like
Hatchet.
picks up the half cut hatchet and throws it in, and like it doesn't go quite as far. It just like hits, like slams on the ground. Damn it! Anything happen?
Nope.
And he's gonna take one big step in,
Okay.
and he's
I'm gonna
Everyone roll
go
D10.
with. I'm gonna go with him this time.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna walk in at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not
This is
stopping.
like we're all just gonna go in at the same time.
Okay. Everyone roll a D10.
4.
1.
5.
Oh wait, I rolled a D8. Hold on.
and 9.
10.
7.
I don't believe that Yonk doesn't actually want to go at that moment, but is just stuck amongst all of you,
like
like is shoved forward by the mass.
Mephi drags you forward by the with their jaws.
I'm gonna start this next round prone.
Love the choice.
Okay.
Don't like that. That was a lot of math that you were doing just then.
So, sure enough, you all enter a wooden door. I'm sorry, a wooden room. 10 by 10, wooden floor, wooden ceiling, 4 doors. However, the one on the left, 4 letters written in some ink that's just running to the floor and pooling. You see a word that says, "Don't."
Wait, so that's the door before we cross the threshold, or it's a new door in a new room that's saying that?
New door, new room.
Okay, and it just says don't.
Well, that's just confusing. Why couldn't they just, like, tell us? You know, it could be, don't stay in this room. Don't go into any other door but this one. Dan's gonna take off his axe and swing it into just one of the walls and see what happens.
Nothing seems to happen. Just like I said, wooden wall, the axe and beds. That's about it.
Maybe we can make our own door.
Might actually.
He's
I
gonna
mean, that might work.
Swing it again.
I doubt there's a lot of magics happening here, and it's just I doubt that would work. But if you want to spend your time doing that, we can wait here until this room turns into a spinning death trap of metal blades. But
We probably can't wait here.
You're
either.
right. Fine.
We dropped down an entire floor when we took too long to make a decision.
Do we
before.
go into the don't door, or do we go into one of the non-don't doors?
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
If the don't is a trick, and that is the door we're supposed to go to, then we end up in murder doors with the rest. Or this could have been some traveler who came here before us, and they were leaving it as a sign that someone else perished in there.
That's true.
We won't know.
But it could be one of those backwards psychiatry things.
Yeah, that's what I was.
reverse
referring to.
psychology.
How
That's what
fresh
I
is
said.
the viscera? The
Yeah.
painting viscera.
It seems wet. Still very wet. It's hard to say how fresh it is, considering how long you all have been here and how long you could assume this place has been here.
I was working on the warning theory that it seems unlikely that if I were dying, that I would use my last dying, bleeding out moments to draw with my own, right?
Right.
There'd also be more of it on the ground.
Yeah, there'd also be
So
probably a
we
corpse.
Should then.
Maybe it's like don't follow. Like maybe they don't want people to follow them.
Or maybe it's the wizard who built this place being like, oh no, don't.
Nah, that's probably
Don't
just as
dead
likely.
open inside.
Yes.
Let's just choose a door. I'm really not a fan of the whole spinning blades death room thing.
All right.
Yep.
I say we go through don't.
Sure.
It can be my turn. I will don't.
Or just ignoring
Open.
the order.
Don't.
Dan just is mumbling to himself. Yeah, just ignoring the order again. Whatever. It's chaos. It's fine.
So, Yonk, you go through the door that says don't.
Mm-hmm.
You open it
Which
up.
in hindsight is going to sound like an obviously bad idea. But
Are we also just following directly behind? Yeah, we're
Let's
we're
just
like,
all
we move as a
go.
little
Dan
group.
definitely does.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
not
just
wanting to get the door shut and lose even more of his rope.
all going at the same. Yeah, I feel that.
Okay. So as you open the door and you make a willpower save, or a will save, I should say.
I will say
Everyone.
everyone gets a +1 on that
Mhm.
from
Everyone
inspired
gets a-
defense.
I think I'm gonna use a hero point.
Probably a
But
good
he's
idea.
meant to.
That is a 32 for me.
32.
It was
29.
18 on the dice.
Yeah, I went from a 11 to a 27, so much better now.
Willpower.
That's a 15 for Dan.
Oh,
Oh,
Dan.
Dan's will isn't very good.
Oh, he
Yeah, the no
didn't.
willpower, man.
So 29.
29. And I didn't get yours again. What was yours, Randy?
29.
29. Okay.
Look at us, twins. Twins.
Yeah, like we're on the same wavelength. I like it.
So the door that says don't, you open it. Staring in front of you is an unknowable abyss of stars, Milky Ways, galaxies, all stacked upon and infinitely inward, just moving forever and ever and ever. As this space stares back at you, you can see two hands moving through the galaxy and cosmos, and long fingers begin to ravel and grab on the side of the doorframe, and a head begin to move in as the door slowly closes behind it. And as it does, Dan, you keep staring. You keep staring beyond the door and into an unknowable, uncountable abyss. The hands begin to grab your face, thumbs around your eyes, holding your head, grabbing you by the lid of your eye. You can feel your face pull back like a door being opened. You can feel the front of your head now separating, turning around. Your skull still attached to your neck, but your face now an open, unhinged door. And then the hands move inside your skull, crawl into your belly. The door has taken hold of you. You have become mad. Everyone roll initiative as Dan now.
Yeah, our fighter guys.
Of course,
turn.
it's gonna be Dan.
Bad.
And the bad
Do I roll
willpower
initiative
man.
as well?
Yes, you do.
That is a 25 for me.
21 for Dan the Orc Man.
24 for Corwin Winterbrand.
29.
I think this is 24 because I get the +1 for Twitchy. So, yes.
All right.
No, we're broadcasting on Twitch.
See what you did there. Also, I was looking at some notes, so I got like half those initiatives. Very sorry. Let's go back. Can I get Randy's?
24.
Randy 24. And can I get yours, Wes?
21.
And Aubrey.
25.
Awesome.
I am so going to be murdered before I even get to go.
Aaron, what is your dexterity modifier?
My dex modifier
Yeah.
is +4.
Okay, I believe Randy, that's yours too. Cool. So,
You want to play rock, paper, scissors for it?
Yeah. Sure, let's go.
let's do it. Right?
Rock, paper,
First round.
scissors,
Let's
go.
go.
Okay?
Yeah,
Rock,
on
paper,
four.
scissors, go.
I got
Rock.
scissors. Ah, okay. He goes first.
Okay. So, okay, cool. Randy's going first. Cool. All right. So, Dan, the orc man, turns to you all. Inside of his eyes, you can see an unsure shadow. Darkness, but a sliver of light. Like that door that was never closed in your home way too late. And peering through the hallway, you see just an unknowable spear of light. No clues to what's happening behind it. His eyes are as unhinged as his soul. He turns to you with his weapon drawn, intent, very well known now. Sam, you're going first. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna scream in horror. And okay, so there's no way out. Is that correct?
There are still the 4 doors and the one that says don't, but Dan is now possessed to kill you. So the question is, what are you gonna do?
Okay. How far away are the doors?
10 by 10 room. You can, with your speed, you can make it to any door, no problem.
Okay. Let's see. You know, I will start with a great sword attack. What? On the ground. It's a 25 to hit. Damn.
Yeah, he's probably got a really nice
That hit.
AC.
That does hit.
Oh, wait, you have a +1 AC too.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Well, the bard thing, it stops working if they're no longer friendly.
Does it stop when they change? Okay.
Yeah, if they're no longer friendly, they don't get
Good.
your bard stuff
Okay.
anymore.
Cool.
The
Nice.
music knows.
The
So that
music
did hit?
does.
It did hit, yes.
Okay. Ooh, I rolled a 12. That's just 1d12, right?
Yep, 1d12 plus 4
Okay.
damage, I
So
believe.
that was a 12 that I rolled. 12, 13, 16 points of damage. Yeah.
As a
16.
reaction, I'm going to use Wounded Rage and immediately start raging.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh god. Okay. So
So I'm raging. I gain temporary hit points. Okay.
all right, I'm gonna try because that was one action, right? I'm gonna try a brutish shove. So I think that's like a if you fail, you go prone, I think? Let's see. So yes, I made a strike with two-handed melee weapon. Oh, it'll make them flat-footed and they would be shoved. So I just make another weapon attack for that?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Okay. 13 plus 15.
So 28.
That's a 28. Okay. So, if that hits you, I assume.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, cool. You're flat-footed, and I could shove you, which I don't know how that works.
Yeah, so he's going to take damage. He's going to be flat-footed until the end of your turn, and he's going to be knocked back 5 feet.
Okay. So because he's knocked back, can I run without getting an attack opportunity if he has such a thing?
Yeah, there's at least 5-footed. Unless he's got a 15-foot reach, yeah, you're good.
Okay, so I'm going for the door, and I'm going to run to the door. A door. The middle door.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay. So with that, the door opens. Sam goes through it. Sam, are you keeping the door open or are you closing it?
I'm just waiting at the door. I'm not going to open it yet.
Okay. Now, that being said, next up on the list, we have Aubrey. Aubrey, what are you going to do?
Okay. So for my first two actions, Piri is going to reach over and put her hand on Mephi and just be like, you know what to do, boy. And I'm going to cast Magic Fang on Mephi. And therefore making all of his attacks +1 striking.
Okay, hell yeah.
Which he's a mature animal companion, so I think that bumps him up to 3d dice.
That should, yeah.
And then I'll give my last action to Mephi for 2 actions. And first action, Mephi jumps forward at Dan the Orc Man. And then last action will take a
Bite out of
strike
crime?
with yeah, bite out of crime. And then it's gonna take it's gonna take a tail attack, just whip around with that tail.
Okay. Roll to hit on all the attack actions you got.
So there's one, and that is going to be a math 29.
Oh, it hits.
Cool.
Everyone's rolling so high.
So that is going to be 17 bludgeoning damage. As this tail comes in contact with you, and then that is my entire turn.
Okay.
Okay, so I believe, is that all your actions, Aubrey? Do you have another one?
That is 3 actions. That is my 3 actions and Mephi's 2 actions.
Heck yeah. All right, so that is mercifully done, but next up we have Randy.
Yeah, I put as much distance between me and this raging orc as I can, and in this room, as preferably closer to a door that I can slip through. And I'm going to. I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to shoot at him with my bow.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yeah. All right. Let me find where that is on this character. Ah, there it is. Okay. Ooh, nice. That's the 2 hit, right? Yeah. So 24. Does that hit?
24 hit was?
24 does hit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great. 1d6. Oh, it's deadly. What does that mean? Sorry.
On a crit, it would do
On a crit, it
the
does
bonus
the higher
damage mentioned by the deadly. Yeah.
All right, 4 damage. 4 mean short bow damage. I'm a bard, you guys.
All right. Well, you ran, you shot. I think you have one more action left. What do you want to do with that?
prepared to run out the door. I'm terrified.
All right, prepared action for when the doors open. Next up, we have Aaron. What are you gonna do?
I still have that point of panache from my amazing free running display, so I will have to. Oh no, that's a finisher. Finish means at the end. Well, here we go. First things first, I will attempt to disarm because his weapon is about as big as I am, and it just. I'm intimidated.
Absolutely. Okay, give me. Yeah, I believe you have a rapier, so that. Give me a roll to hit, like a normal attack roll.
15 plus 13 is 28.
28. Wes, what is your fortitude bonus?
12.
Yeah. The weapon is no longer in your hands, my guy. With a quick flick of the wrist, Yonk has yoinked your weapon from your grip.
I rage more.
All right, so that was one action for the disarm. You have 2 actions left. What are you gonna do?
Second thing, I am. Oh, you're already flat-footed. No, that's fine. From there,
I'm not flat-footed against anyone who's flanking.
Also, the flat-footed was only for Salmon until the end of her round, of her turn, I should say. So since that is the case, the flat-footed is no longer applicable.
Yeah, I also have deny advantage, so I'm not flat-footed to hidden, undetected, or flanking creatures.
Barbarians,
Oh,
man.
Barbarians.
That's good to know.
Then the next one I'm going to try is leading dance. I attempt to perform. I'm a battle dancer. So I perform it's not sexy or fluid. It's a goblin jig that is also a rapier fighting style.
I need Sydney's fan.
So Yonkas just has the rapier, but is kind of doing like this as he goes. And then I will make a performance check against your will DC.
Yeah, my will DC is 9 or plus 9, so.
So that'd be a total of 19. He's got to beat a 19.
Rolled a 24.
That beats it.
So on a success, we move in the same direction 5 feet, and I'm gonna move to the right because an egg pushed him 5 feet one way. So now I'm putting baby in a corner, essentially.
Putting me in a corner? Or you in the
so
corner?
we both move together.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a dance.
Yeah, I'm leading him in the battle dance.
That's hilarious.
And then I will go with the confident finisher.
Okay. Roll to hit.
26.
26. That should hit. So go ahead and do the weapon of the weapon damage, any bonuses from strength, and the panache damage. Or the confident finisher damage.
Alright, it's just 6 from the first, and then 10 more from the precise strike.
Okay. So it's a total of 16 damage. Wes, you just take 16 damage. How's your guy looking?
He's fine.
Okay.
Because rage makes all physical damage halved.
No, that's in 5e. Unfortunately, in this one, that's not the case.
That's what it says.
Halved?
That is only. I think it starts at level 9.
Yeah, level 9, you get a flat
And-
resistance rate.
Yeah, which
You resist
is usually
physical weapon damage, so it's all physical weapon damage.
Mm-hmm. 1 second, let me take a look.
for.
While that's happening, I need everyone to
that
make...
is level 9. It just shows it on
Yeah.
my thing now. Okay,
Yeah,
so
raging
I,
resistance isn't a thing.
so I need to take a little bit more damage then. So I
Yeah,
think I'm
schmidge.
at like
While Wes is doing that math, I need everyone, not Wes, to make a fortitude save.
Do we still have that +1?
Yeah, we should, unless it's been like. I don't think it's been that long.
28.
I'm glad I played it right before we came into this room.
Yeah.
And that is a 29 for me.
Fort is.
Mine is a 31.
Dang, y'all. 25. I thought I was good. Yeah.
I rolled a natural 18 on the base, so.
dang. How are you guys rolling so well?
They get a +1. That's how.
So whether or not if Wes is alive, I don't know, but this happens regardless. As his turn activates, you see this ripple of cosmic doubt just moving throughout the room from his head. And as it does, the rolls are great, but you still take 8 mental damage.
Gosh. All right.
Now,
Even with a
Wes.
31?
Yep. Now,
Wow.
Wes, I have to know, are you alive or dead?
I am alive.
Well then, Barbarian. Smash.
Yay!
What?
So yeah, you guys did a lot of damage, but I have 26 hit points left.
Oh no.
Yeah, barbarians are freaking stacked when it comes to HP.
Yep. So
You're so
Dan
much.
the Orcman is raging, and he was just attacked by a goblin with a rapier. So he's going to attack the goblin with the rapier.
No, Yonk, my beloved.
But he's barehanded. I've got that going for me.
I have
Right, your
seen
weapon.
into infinity, and now you will too. And he's
Please tell me Dan becomes instantly eloquent.
Where did he learn all this vocabulary?
So first thing he's gonna do is pick up his step forward and pick up his great axe,
Okay, that'll be one action.
and then he's going to make. Let me see what I can do here. I can use sweep for one action.
Okay.
It says to attack any enemies that are close to me. Am I in range of more than one person or just Yonk?
I think you're only in range of Yonk at this point in time. Well, and Mephit. So that's about it. Mephi.
Okay.
So you're in range of 2 people.
Okay, so I'm gonna make one attack just against Yonk, and then I'm gonna do sweep on the second.
Okay.
That is a 31 to hit on that one.
What's your AC?
22.
1 point away
Just
from a
barely.
dirty crit.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, so close.
And what is our resistance again for the inspired defense?
1 plus your AC.
Oh, that's 23 then. That's good news.
That's less, but it also doesn't give you like some slight damage resistance.
Again, yes, it does. 1 second.
Should I roll damage?
Yes, please.
It's not fun when he rolls the
Aw,
high numbers.
Sad times.
So-
It's 6 total slashing damage. And
Okay,
then-
6 total.
and then I'm gonna sweep to try and hit both of them.
So resistance equal to half the spell's level. So it's a cantrip too, though. So
It scales, so I think
That
it'd
would
be
Yeah, it'd be your
you get,
caster
like,
level, so 3?
2.
so 3.
2? 3? 2?
Because we're caster level 3.
Yeah, caster
I see what
level
you're
3.
saying.
So it takes 6, but minus 3.
Yeah, with the -4, that's a dirty 20. So I don't know if I hit anybody with that one.
You will hit Matt. No wait. Yeah, you will just barely hit Matt.
Okay.
Bards are awesome. Is
Yeah.
my next character a bard?
And that's 7 slashing damage.
Cool.
Okay. So,
He did
with
not.
that,
Oh wait, and sorry, there's a +2 to each of those because I was raging. So
Yeah.
Oh, then that is it meets it beats it in Pathfinder?
yeah, meat.
Meets it beats.
Meat to beat, yeah, but I believe it was also, that means you took 8 damage and you took 9. Well, Mephit took 9.
Oh, I know. I keep forgetting. I have a 23 because of the +1. So even on a 20, it would be a 22, which is okay. Never mind.
Yeah, you only took the damage from the first time. Okay, so, first round of combat's over. Sam, you're by the door. You're gonna open it up?
I'm opening it.
Okay. You
Held
open up-
action. I am going through that door.
Okay. So, Corwin goes running inside. With that, top of the next round, we have starting off, Sam, do you go inside the door?
Yeah, I'm going in. I'm not gonna shut it. I'm gonna hold it open, but with my broadsword out. So I will hold my last action to attack Dan the man. Question mark. If he comes into range.
Okay. So, withholding your action, but you're creating a path for escape. Corwin's gone. Sam's holding the line. Next up, we have Aubrey. Aubrey, what are you going to do?
Let's see. I am going to, with my first action, I'm just going to give it to Mappy to see if Mappy can finish some stuff off. So Mappy, first attack is going to go in with the jaws.
Okay.
And I am going to hero point that because I don't want to live with that natural one.
Dang it.
And so that'll be a 29.
29. That'll hit.
Yep. And he still has Magic Fang because that lasts a minute. And that is 24 piercing damage.
Ooh.
24 piercing damage. How much HP do you have right now, Wes?
2.
That's what I thought. Okay. That seems to be the magic number. Do you have any more rounds, or are you going to run? What are you going to do?
I am going to... Mephi, second action is going to come to me, and for... is going to come to me, and we're going to head towards the door, because because he can pick me up and because he counts as a mount, and head towards the door. And with my last action, I'm going to throw a scorching ray.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Yep.
Dang. It's nice knowing Dan.
It is a 27.
It's I'm guessing it's the 2 bolts together.
This is just a 1, so it's just 2d6 damage, but that is 9 damage.
All right. So,
As a reaction, Orc Ferocity.
Dang it!
I knew I knew you would fucking have it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But did I bring you to 0 hit points?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Okay, then I would like to reaction Victorious Vigor.
What?
What's that do?
What sort of Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit am I watching?
To be fair, I now gain temporary hit points equal to my Constitution modifier.
Oh, yeah, I have that too.
I love this. Okay, cool.
Orc
I
Burn
play my
versus
trap
Orc.
card.
I also play my trap card.
This is why no one likes playing against blue decks in Magic.
Exactly that.
But I'm on Mephi, and Mephi is heading through that door.
So as the fire leaves your fingers and 2 rays course through the air and collide with Dan, Dan stumbles back to one knee, a giant charred smoke coming from his chest. And the rage that fights beyond death keeps his body moving as Piri and Mephit vanish alongside Corwin.
Out of curiosity,
Yes.
if I have multiple reactions in a turn, can I use multiple, or is it just 1 reaction per?
You get 1 reaction per turn, unless you have a special feat or ability that says you get 2 for a specific purpose.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah. Now that being said, Aaron, Yonk is basically alone. I mean, Sam's there, but she's giving you an escape route. You're basically alone in the room with your buddy who just took 2 fireballs to the chest, essentially 2 fire beams to the chest. What are you gonna do?
Well, I'll make 2 things very clear. 1, Yonk is not very smart, and 2, Yonk is a swashbuckler. So I have to finish this, right?
Rip Yonk.
Just how it goes. So first action, I would like to tumble through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that is going to be a 17.
Do you still have your hero
That
point?
should.
No.
If you want your hero point, you don't have it more.
I don't
Okay.
know,
I think that should still work though, for the purposes of the tumble through.
Yeah, I think it's like their.
I get a +2 circumstance bonus for being made of Jello, so it becomes a 19 if that helps.
I think so.
Yeah.
I want to say the DC was 15. I might be wrong on that.
I think so. It
I'm
sounds correct.
I'm gonna call it a success for now, and if someone gets mad at me, put it in the comments. Come at me, bro.
So because Wes is already in the corner, I think the tumble through is actually like the goblin kind of liquiding through his legs and then up into the corner behind him.
The true horror of the episode has appeared.
And then or like scrambling rat-like, because they have like free-floating shoulders, so they can just kind of like crunch down. So like as Dan like reels back from the thing and starts raging charge, he's got his arms up, and then Yonk ducks down between the legs, comes up behind him, and then I would like to do the stabby part.
Okay. Is that a confident finisher that you're using?
That would end my turn, right?
No, it just
Oh.
means that you can only use it once a round.
It
But
says
that's-
finisher right in the name.
Also, I'm
it's-
not flat-footed because from hidden, undetected, or flanking creatures.
Oh, that's fine. I just need to tumble through to generate the panache. But yeah, then I will confident finish it. It's also cinematic to
I think
squeeze in and then.
I think with the finisher tag doesn't mean it ends your turn. It just is the last attack you can do in your turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
last attack is fine because if I kill him with this one, I'm getting the fuck out of here. So that's
Sounds
my
good.
plan. We'll see how this works.
All right, roll the hit.
Shit. No. 15.
Total?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna miss. But you still have one action.
I'll do it again. I'll stab more.
All right.
No, we're gonna like ball to the wall, woke it, broke it.
I believe it's at if it's a rapier,
a
it's
minus
minus
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got good news because that is 19 plus 13 minus 4. So 19 plus 9 is 28.
28.
Dang.
All right. I'm going to say,
Goblin murder.
yeah, go ahead and
Yeah.
roll damage. Do you have another Orc Frenzy in you? I don't think you do.
Unless I get a reaction for every single other person's turn.
Nah,
Yeah,
at that
I
point it'd be,
think
yeah.
That would be pro.
Yeah,
Be right
it
back.
would be broken.
So that's 6 total damage from me.
Yeah, he's toast.
And you can only use Orc Ferocity once per day, anyways.
Really? Oh, it doesn't say
Yeah.
that for me. But
So
yes,
wait, what?
It says frequency once per day.
As PJ's taken off,
Oh yeah.
so I think it's cinematically that everybody else is like in the door watching Yonk not be smart enough to leave. So he wriggles down in between the legs and he's got that look in his eye or their eyes like I'm gonna get it. So he goes for the confident finisher, and then like without that, Wes just kind of just grabs him and slams him up while he's trying to be fancy.
Oh no!
And then, very undignified, Yonk is just flailing his arms. And the last one is the attack that just cuts into the shoulder and tips him over the edge. And they just fall together onto the floor.
I mean,
Wow.
technically, I guess this just puts Dan into death saves. It's not like dead.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But,
We'll wait for PJ to come back to figure out death saves.
Yeah.
Just to go from very, very sly flourish to blindly flailing, panicking, kicking, and screaming.
What was the scream slightly like? What's
The what?
a goblin scream sound like? What does a goblin say?
I want to say it's what feels like a helium coming out of a balloon, right? The more you squeeze, the higher it goes. So you're used to Yonk being like, "Hey guys, what's up?" And it's like, right?
Oh my goodness.
But it gets higher, so it's just like as Wes is screaming again.
Oh my goodness.
So do I need to make death saves?
Yeah, you're definitely dying one. But what's important here is that Yonk, you struck him. That's the end of your round.
Yep.
Sam, top of
Yep.
the next round. Well, it's Wes's turn. Wes, give me a flat D20 roll.
18. The first good roll of my night.
Okay.
No.
we got one save.
Yeah. You come back. You're stable. I believe you're stable.
You have to make 3.
You have to make 3 in a row? Right.
Unless it's a
It doesn't.
nat
It
20.
just doesn't go to dying 2. That's right. It's been a long time since we actually had like
Yeah.
do this. So you make 1 of 3 saves. You're not going down to dying 2. You're at dying 1. But top of this next round, Sam, you're still watching that door. You see Dan on the ground dying. What do you do?
I say, Yonk, get in the door! And I'm gonna hold my action to close the door once Yonk is inside.
Okay. So, Aubrey has already gone through.
Mhm.
Dan has already gone through. I'm sorry, Randy has already gone through. My brain. It is now Aaron's turn. What is Yonk going to do?
However many actions it takes to get to the door.
You're good. You're through. Now, Sam, you had to withhold action? All right. Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
That's okay.
I left him the way that Finn's character would want him left.
Exactly. Now,
Did you throw me through a ceiling of another building?
No, I just left you with 2 hit points on the floor for somebody else to find.
I was hoping your body would be in the same room as us so I could res you as a undead minion, but yeah, I can't.
That would have been great.
now, Dan,
Uh-huh.
give me one more flat D20 roll.
Oh man.
It's a 10.
Okay. This wood is very cold. This polished wood is freezing. And then suddenly it gets slightly warm. That's blood. Cooling all around. You can feel it warming your back, filling the space that you occupy. Your mad and frantic breathing becomes more and more shallow. More and more shallow. Your toes go numb, your fingers chilled. You can feel death. That's what this is, right? Taking you. You look in the ceiling. You don't ever remember seeing that 5th door there. The door opens wide. There's nothing in there. But you feel a presence. A presence that lets you know you're not done yet. It has plans for you. But what are those plans? You can never know. A hand from the ceiling door extends, grabs your form, picks you up, and the door closes and locks. Then you are dead. Where are you? Maybe we'll find out. We'll find out later. But now we're going to go to a break. We're going to come back in 10 minutes. And when we return, we're going to see what's behind the door that they ran to safety. And
Or
give a
death,
salute
probably.
to Dan. Probably death.
Screech!
See you in 10 minutes. Hello, everyone, and thank you for that 10-minute break. We have returned. Dan, the orc man, is, well, no more.
I'm dead.
So with Silas and Dan, that now leaves us with 2 deaths and 1, 2, 3, 4 players. Now, all of you have run through the door, and I need everyone to roll a d10 for me.
Oh.
9.
8.
Race 3.
And
9, 8, 3, 10.
And before you tell me something awful happens to me, I want to make absolutely clear the very first thing I'm doing after we get to that door is taking the chalk out of my bag and writing Dant on the door we just came through.
All right. All right. Okay. And okay. As you come through to the next room, closing the door behind you, you all suddenly slip and fall as gravity takes you not too far, but you slam on your face. Looking up, you now see that the doors are in different locations. Ceiling, floor, wall, wall. And the don't door is nowhere to be seen.
what about the dance door?
Well, the dance door is probably on the floor because unless wants to crawl up a wall to put that on there.
So what's the door that we came out of?
It was gone. It was right there behind you, but now it's empty as you enter the door. And for those who entered in earlier, you were standing there just fine. But the minute everyone came in,
Mm-hmm. How far above is the door up there?
it's a 10 by 10 room, so that means that door is about 10 feet vertically in the air.
Do we
We
want to
wanna-
try the hardest one to get through?
I mean, I could probably stand on Mephi's back and get to the door.
Could we all? Will we all be able to make it?
Yeah, maybe. My biggest fear is that whatever's up there attacking right as soon as we enter.
Yeah.
I have rope, and my background is acrobat, so I'm more than willing to have Yonk do some circusy stuff and see if we can get the door open up there. If we want to go that route.
Climb the rope, Yonk.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do it.
It's going to be a little comical because Yonk is 3 feet tall. So
I am also an acrobat and I'm also tiny, so I might be able to help you with that.
I'm picturing that that Peary is on top of Mephi, and then I'm climbing up Peary to reach to the thing.
Cool.
And then I'll looking down, making sure like eye contact with everyone, like I can't thumbs up because I'm holding onto the door. And then assuming no one changes their mind at the last minute, I'm going to turn it. And then as it swings down, assuming this is a door that obeys gravity or that gravity is real here, and then kind of kip up into the room above us.
Okay. Did you close the door behind you?
No, I'm going to drop a rope down. Well, I'm going to drop a rope down and help them up if it works out that way.
Right. So, kip up, rope down, feet kind of straddling the door frame. Everyone else, you have the rope. Give me athletics checks to climb with a +4.
That is a 19 for me.
You said what roll? Sorry.
Athletics.
Oh yes, I will make one for Mephi too.
That is a 19. I am going to re-roll that. Wait, no. See? Whew.
Psyching you out now.
And Mephi is fine. Mephi is like liquid, like a cat. Mephi rolled a nat 20 for acrobatics.
Oh
My
wow.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yonk's jaw is extending quite down as like the wyvern is just crawling, climbing the way a human would. Like I didn't know they could do that.
I have a question. Instead of just straight climbing up it, can I quick jump up and try to like use the momentum to like get me up there faster? Like more acrobatics climbing than
Yeah, absolutely. Like the rope climb cheat we also do in PE. Absolutely. I'll make it an athletics, but I'll make the DC lower, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Aneg, what was your athletics check to climb up?
It was 29.
Yeah, no problem. You and Peary and of course Yonk are okay. Corn, what's that roll?
Yeah, so that was a 12 plus 7, so that's a 19 on that original.
Yeah. You are able to take a huge leap up, and from there, just kind of use all your momentum to squirrel yourself up and safe. Everyone goes through the door. Everyone, give me a D10.
Wow. I already forgot about that.
One.
3.
Ooh, 3.
2.
I don't think I heard you, Aaron. What was that?
3.
Oh, Randy, what was yours?
Same. 3.
Oh, okay, then I heard right. Cool.
Don't make that face. I don't. want
Yeah,
my
yeah.
face
What,
opened.
yeah.
I like it when my face is not a door.
When you said your jaw was on the ground or like distended
Freaked
watching
me out.
it freaked me out.
Yeah, 'cause that's what the characters did in the first
Episode.
Oh,
Like they went
literally
crazy and their
not
mouths went.
figuratively.
I did. I did. And there's a funny moment where he does that and sees your eyes goes wide, and then it's like
Put it
snaps
back
back
up.
shut.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
I'm glad you.
I was on the same level. Yes.
Oh, you thought I'd gotten like a secret DM and was about to start.
Yeah.
Yep.
So as you all enter the room, you see everything is now righted again. Door in front, door behind. Now somehow instead of being on the floor, on the wall, and of course left and right. Inag, you take 8 damage as suddenly you hear a
What?
horrible sound and a huge bite is taken out of your side.
What? Can I
Everyone else
use
sees blood.
Because I like all of us are pretty damaged from like what happened. I like, how does everyone look?
Can I use any reaction from that? I've got shield block or attack of opportunity of whatever unseen thing.
Well, you can give me a flat D20 roll.
Okay. Almost grabbed my D12. Like let's not use that one. 10.
10.
Yeah. If everybody's still damaged, I can try to.
I have heal spells prepared.
So as the
Yeah.
bite happens, your instincts kick in. You try to strike at whatever the hell it was that bit you. Everyone seeing the blood happening in real time. Unfortunately, the blade goes wide and connects to nothing.
I thought he was about to say like one of our names.
What's that?
Perception wise,
Did you see anything?
Yeah, can we try to have perceived what happened?
Yep. Give me a flat D20, everyone.
19.
15.
16.
Ooh,
A 4.
19. Nice.
All right. So I heard 19. And I mean that's the one that's gonna get it. So Inag, you take another 14 damage as another bite on your back right shoulder tears out a huge chunk of your body.
What was the first damage amount?
8.
8. Okay. All right, it's time to go. All right, we're picking a door and we're going. All right.
Seeing all of this quickly, I'm gonna do a 3-action burst heal.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the amount of healing. As you do that, you're able to see a little bit of giveaway on the back. There's a creature that's hard to see hanging on Inag's back, just biting into her. And with a tear, it's starting to crawl away.
Can I
Effie,
shoot
get it?
I have a hand crossbow. Could I shoot it?
Aubrey saw the movement, but
Oh,
not the
yeah.
creature dead to
Yeah.
rights, unfortunately. So what was your healing?
Everybody heals 16.
Okay.
Oh wow. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
After that, I didn't take any damage from that fight.
I'm running through a door. I'm choosing a door.
Which one?
Middle door.
The one straight ahead?
Yep.
Okay. Doors open. You move in. What does everyone else do? Do you follow?
Are you coming?
Yep.
We can't
Yep.
split
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone roll me a D10.
Oh no.
5.
7.
8.
6.
Okay.
Are you rolling too, Wes?
5, 7. Okay. You move through the next room. And once again, you see a door in front of you, a door behind you, left and right.
This place is endless.
I'm sick of this. Ugh.
Aubrey, you take 10 damage as suddenly a huge bite tears through your leg.
Ah.
Why can't this thing just come out and fight us like a freaking monster? Like a normal monster instead of this creepy, ooh, let me hide in the shadows bull stuff.
All right, everyone back to back.
Right.
to get us
and
in,
I
like, a
will
circle.
try to like explain what I saw earlier. And like as I feel the bite, I'm just trying to slap at it. Try to hit it with anything.
Okay. Everyone give me a perception check.
I got another 19.
Same.
Nat 20.
Ooh,
And
nice.
that makes it a 30.
Oh, like I was just rolling a flat for 19. So yeah, that is a 32 for me.
Nice.
Okay.
Mine's 26.
26.
I don't see
Cool.
shit.
So as you're going back to back, trying to figure out what is happening, Corwin, you're looking around the room. And you start feeling this really weird tickle on your nose, and you look up and you see what looks like a bleeding corpse hanging not from the ceiling, but on the ceiling like it would as if it was on the floor, slumped out. And then as you're looking at this body inexplicably lying on the roof of the room, the head turns around and it drops from the sky on top of you. Everyone roll initiative as you were being attacked by the monsters of doubt.
Oh, what we rolled was not our initiative.
It was to see who could see that. Well, let's keep that then. Yeah,
I was
let's
like,
keep that as
please let me
initiative.
keep that.
Yeah, I mean,
I rolled so
but then that means Aaron has to keep their I don't see shit roll. So choice is up to you.
If it's for initiative, it gets slightly better.
Okay, then let's do that. Everyone, give me that perception roll that you had before. Of course, Randy's going first. The crit.
Yeah, I got a 32.
Got a 26.
Nice.
I need to check Twitchy because if the creature's using something to not be seen, it gets a bonus or something.
Okay.
But give me a second.
That's
Wow.
cool. Twitchy.
If at least one of your opponents is using no, never mind. Deception or diplomacy makes it instead of a +1 bonus to initiative, it becomes +4. But I don't think it's trying to diplomacy its way into.
I'm just trying to deceive you by being invisible.
I don't think that's what it means. But oh no, that's my
just
GM
trying to
brain.
help you there.
What I mean, yeah, shit, I'm doing it wrong. Yeah, no, it was definitely being really deceitful on the roof, right, PJ?
Oh, absolutely. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, get it into the player mindset.
Mm-hmm. Also, I have dark vision. Am I doing it right?
Yeah. You sound like all the players.
All right.
So what's your total initiative?
23 with that.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay.
Twitchy is great.
Naturally suspicious and wary of danger. I love that.
All right, Randy.
Yeah.
You see two bodies drop from the ceiling like heavy cadavers. The one you know is alive, turns its neck across its own spine and starts dragging it by its hands. No legs, just a torso. The other one, the same, laying on the ground, bones cracking as it turns and pushes itself up by its arms. And that invisible one, somewhere still in the room, just haunts you all. Randy, what do you do?
Do I want to do that? I want to try to suss out where the invisible one is and cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay. Give me a flat D20 to see if you can find them.
Yeah. That is a 15.
Yeah, you are able to get a general whereabout of the creature if you want to cast Dispel Magic.
It's 2 actions, yep.
Yep. Believe. Well, I gotta look it up because I want to say that is a counteract check. But while I'm doing it, there'll be 2 actions anyway. Next up is Aubrey.
Oh, so for my first 2 actions, the crawling corpse that's closest to us, I am going to spend first 2 actions to cast Reduce Flame at it.
Okay. You're going to throw it at the creature?
Throw it at it.
Hell yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit.
And that is going to be 22.
Sorry, did you say 22?
22.
Okay, awesome. Sorry, the way it went upward, I thought it was a question.
It was like, does a 22 hit?
A 22 hits.
Awesome. So that's 3d4, I think. Yeah. And that is 12 fire damage on that first one. And then my last action is to give Mephi 2 actions. First action, Mephi runs forward. Second action, Mephi does like a dog does with something, grabs it in his teeth and just swings it about.
All right. I'm guessing that's a bite attack, yeah?
Yes, it is a bite attack.
All right, give me a roll to hit on that. And while you're rolling that, Randy, the counteract check, I need, so you're a bard, so I need an occult roll to see if you can
Okay.
break the spell.
All right.
And that is a 28 to hit with Mephi.
It's going to hit, not a crit, though.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Boom! It was worth it.
And that is 9 piercing damage as, you know, Mephi just grabs this thing and ragdolls it.
Is that 13 damage? Cool. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's beyond bloodied as you shake it like a wet rag. Blood going all over the room. Randy, as you turn, cast a spell magic, you see the invisibility just peeling away like a tarp, and there you see moving at you just this torso possessed by the absolute hunger to kill you.
Yeah.
So all three are now visible. Aubrey, I believe you've done all your actions.
Yes, I have. This is all my actions.
Next up, we have Sam.
All right. I hate it. I hate all of it. The one that is no longer invisible, I would like to slice up sashimi.
Okay, roll to hit.
That first is 24.
That will hit.
Okay. That's 11 points of damage.
Nice. To one that hasn't been hit yet?
To the one that was previously invisible, that is now no longer invisible.
Excellent. Okay. That 11 damage hits hard, but it's still alive. What do you do?
So if I can make that a power attack, power attack counts. Actually, I can't read the details on that, so I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna instead use the swipe. So I will. How does swipe work?
It's okay. I'm gonna look that up really fast.
PJ made that character. So,
Yeah, thanks, PJ.
So,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
It's,
So swipe,
it's powerful too. I've been surviving out here.
it's strong. So swipe is 2 actions.
Okay.
You make one big swing, you roll to hit, and you make that roll against both adjacent creatures' AC. If you hit one, you hit them both, and you roll the damage once, it goes to both characters or both enemies.
Okay, I'm gonna use that as my second and third action.
Okay.
So
Give
I'll
yourself
be
a
making-
give
Yeah.
yourself a -5 on this.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay. 29.
29 to hit.
Yes.
That is a dirty crit. I need you to go
yeah.
ahead and roll the damage for a crit. We'll apply it to 2 of these creatures.
Hell yeah. 13 points of damage, and they are flat-footed until the start of my next turn.
Okay, nice. They both take. Is that before or after doubling?
Oh, I did not double that. What did I say?
13.
13. So that's 26.
As you heft your mighty blade on your shoulder and move with your full momentum, the one monster just splatters on the edge of your blade and flings its gore and viscera to the wall, while the other one lands in and through the second one, making it beyond bloodied and close to death. There's 2 more. There's only 2 in this room, and they are both very close to
What you
instant demise.
get. And that's it for me.
Next up, Creatures of Doubt are going to go just before Aaron. I need Sam and Aaron both to make a will save.
Oh, thank God. 29.
Okay.
Okay. 25.
25.
So bad at counting numbers. Sorry.
The creatures that you're looking at start to sink their torso closer to the ground, and you hear that horrible breathy hiss as they vanish from your sight. But only a fraction of the second as they then jump at you, coming full into view. Their unfortunate attempt to surprise you has not worked, but you will be at fear 1, meaning that you'll be taking a -1
Like literally everything.
to like literally everything. Yeah, frightened 1 to all checks and DCs. At the end of your turn, this value is decreased by 1. So if you can survive 1 round, this will go. But for now, your AC is 1 less. Your attack is 1 less. Everything.
Gave me a heart attack there, PJ. Your AC is 1.
Oof.
Yeah. A bad guy breathes on you. It's a crit.
Okay, so after scaring you, the one is going to make a strike at Sam and miss. Second strike is going to be a 20. Does that hit you, Sam?
That does not have a 23 -1, 22.
Perfect, that misses. Aaron, does a 24 hit your AC?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. The reaction nimble dodge. I'll get a +2, and then I'll be 1 above it.
Nice.
Super clutch. They just leap at you, jaws distending wide, and then in that second you move across. It's a nice goblin dance step away, and then you can just hear the thud of their body as they land on the ground right in front of you. Their turn is done, but Aaron, yours is up now. What are you gonna do?
So I have to tumble through. That's how this works. I'm a swashbuckler. So I think if this is all kind of happening at the same time. So I want to say the tumble through is me doing the goblin jig past them, but it's mostly just the shack neck as I wriggle, and then so yeah, I'll make that check. 25.
25 will hit.
Then I will confident finisher onto the back of the nearest one.
Go ahead and roll to.
Oh, whichever one got in my face, because it's personal at that point.
Yeah, why'd you say? Yeah, so the 25 will hit for. Was that for the confident finisher, or was that for the tumble?
That was for acrobatics. So yeah, tumble through. Now it's my
it.
attack roll.
Got it.
Which 19.
19. That will hit.
Oh, thank God.
Go ahead and roll damage.
So the rapier damage is just 3, and then confident finisher 7. So 10 total. 3d6 feels like it should be more than it is. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's because sometimes you get the 3 under and it kind of throws the whole thing out. As you do your goblin jig, you do a little twirl, you jig again. Tell me the tale of how you kill this creature.
So it comes leaping past, and I just kind of shack neck around, and then the goblin jig is actually put your hands in your air, and then you do a spin, and as you're coming around, then you swing the rapier back down behind you into whatever you're trying to get at, and then you have to look over your shoulder, all smug and flirty like. So at the end of it, it's just me being like.
You have to love the goblin panache. Well, at the end of that, we have the beginning of the next round. I believe that's all 3 of your actions. Am I missing one?
No, it would be tumble through and then the confident finisher. I can't do another attack, so oh fuck. Well, I mean, what is it? I guess I can leading. No. Would it be an action to let me fascinate the one that was invisible?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's dead, but the other one that's still there, you can fascinate. You can still make an attack. The confident finisher is just meaning you can't do more than one finisher around, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It says finisher name. That's my fault.
No, it's okay. It's the flourish trait, I think. It's flourish, so you can only do one flourish trait around.
I think then, yeah. Let's go ahead and stay stabby.
Okay. All right. Go and see if you can't roll to hit and kill the last one.
Oh, buddy. That's going to be a 31.
That's a dirty crit. Go ahead and double the damage. Oh, and because you have a rapier, add a d8 after you're done
Oh
rolling.
my god. Y'all are fucked when Yonk goes, because he's a monster at this.
Yeah.
4 doubles to 8.
And he's squishy and hard to
Swashbucklers for you, man.
They
and then
are massive.
it's 8 for the thing, and then +1 on the deadly d8, so 9.
Okay. Well, that's enough. Tell me the tale of you killed the last creature of doubt in this room.
So the we're at this point, we're doing the head over, and I wink. And then it's a tumble forward out of the wink, and now we are in like Zoolander on your knees jig. But then hands come up and then just stab down.
Nice. And from the stab down, the room is clear. But what's not clear is there are still doors you have to open. You are still trapped in this horrible, horrible place. Door front, behind, left, right. Where do you go?
Yonk is sitting there with the thing and going, ta-da!
Hey! Clap, 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 clap.
And then pulls the rapier up out of the, the stab.
You sure do have style.
Yeah.
Just keeps doing it at you.
That's unsettling.
And it's worse because the shoulders aren't attached. So it's just like the head.
No, the worst is thinking that the way Dan went, he was kind of an asshole sometimes, but at least he didn't have a choice. They fucked with his mind. Like it could be any of us. And he looks over at Yonk and he goes, and now I'm terrified of you.
Oh, because
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad, wouldn't it?
it would be very bad. It would be bad if it was any of us. I wish we could
Yeah.
all survive, but and you just see this like small little tiny little tiefling just on the verge of like just so much fear that he normally doesn't have. He's usually at least, playing. He gambles a lot on the ship. You probably have seen him play a couple of cards. But yeah, there's no jovialness in this tiefling. He is terrified.
Well, get it together. Let's not worry about one of us going feral like Dan, the no longer man, orc man, and until it happens, at least, we will always remember how he made very strange references at the water cooler in between shifts.
He couldn't even remember what I looked like. We worked together every Thursday on that shift.
I mean, it was kind of like, after the accident, like 6 months ago, his like short-term memory was a little spotty.
It's true. He did have a lot to offer, though. I always remember he would bring these delicious little what do they call it? Peanut brittle. But it was green for some reason, like orcs. I don't know why, but he made the best peanut brittle. I'm going to miss that peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle, yeah. It's amazing stuff.
All right. Door. This one, or that one.
Okay, we should choose before it makes us choose.
Look, Yonk isn't very smart, but at the prompting of what Corn's been talking about, is there anything to piece together, aside from the fact that we opened the door that said "Don't open me"? Is there anything to piece together about what made Dan snap, or like a pattern in the doors that we've been opening? Because like the first one went to Magic Bakery, and then a different one went to Blade's room, but some of them are safe. Is there like, can the one little wheel in the goblin head spin and catch on something here?
I'll say this just to kind of save you the roll, because even if you rolled a critical 20, the best you can understand, because you haven't run into a scorched door, you haven't run into an axe, you haven't run into a marred door, and you haven't run into any room that has had all the hatchets Dan through. There's something otherworldly about this maze of doors.
So then Yonk is making like a very serious thinking face. It's like eyes getting narrow.
You okay there, Yonk? Whoa, but don't hurt yourself.
No.
What?
Nothing. I tried, but
Yeah, it was your like serious thinking face.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it.
I've seen it a few times, but usually you're just like, I have an idea for a new trick.
Yeah.
Or it would taste really good on this sandwich.
Oh,
and then
sandwiches.
Oh, sandwich.
In honor of our departed Dan, whose turn is it?
It's probably mine. And I walk up to what? It was probably mine. I walk over to the door too. No. So there's one on my left, one in front of me, and one to my right.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to the right.
Okay.
Oh no, there was a smirk.
It was the smile was a bad thing.
I will tell you once you enter the room.
All right.
You open the door. Does everyone go on in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Everyone give me a D10 roll.
7. I'm rolling so many 7s.
6.
4.
2.
When I look this up, I want you to know that I started the timer while you were having your moments. And the minute you said, I choose door, this one, there was 1 second left on the timer if you would have fallen and take 5 damage. 3 for Yonk.
Wild.
You have a timer in the background of every floor? You are a monster.
As you enter the next room, you see a simple 10 by 10 by 10, 4 doors, wood, walls, ceiling, floors. However, there is a door in this room on your right. And this time it says, don't open. Big, aggravated letters. And what looks like a dead body leaned against the wall, slumped, drained of all blood.
Sit down.
No.
I think
Is
you mean
it-
Dant.
Can't.
Is it Silas? Is it people we know?
It is definitely someone from the ship.
Oh, yeah,
Not
Steve.
Johnny.
Good old Jeremy.
Jeremy. That was
Jeremy!
his name.
Jeremy. I always remembered how he would talk of rocks.
That Jeremy from accounting or Jeremy from merchandising?
Accounting.
The ship
for
has
sure.
a merchandising department.
There's a lot of
It's
Jeremys.
a pirate city needs people to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Some
take
days
that-
it feels like I'm the only actual pirate on the pirate ship. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
absolutely. I'm there to gamble my life away. That is it.
I just want adventure.
Well, far be it from me, but the last time we did the don't, we had to do the dant. So I'm on team different door.
Okay.
Okay.
Whose turn is it?
Mine, maybe?
I think it's yours and then mine.
Okay. Going through the door. I look at this body first. Do they have anything on them?
Mm-hmm.
Just some nondescript clothes, but clothes that you remember from the ship.
Are they? Oh,
Wait, no. how long does that last? How long? Do you know how long animate dead lasts?
At least a minute.
Yeah, I'm taking that body. So he pulls. He summons his pipe and begins playing it. And slowly, as the notes happen, he goes, "Well, don't look at me like that. I'm just trying to. If something else attacks us, it'll attack Jeremy from accounting."
Well, why don't we put him through the door first?
Yep.
That's a good idea because it's sustained up for a minute.
Yep. So, open.
I open the door. Not the don't open door. What are we thinking? Middle or right?
Let's go middle.
Middle.
All right, middle it is. Open it up.
You open it up and you send Undead Jeremy on through.
Yes, but I follow right after.
We
Okay.
we follow. Like we give him like I don't know, like 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone give me a D10.
Is Jeremy gonna roll a D? Oh no, he's gonna attack us for sure.
9.
1,
3. 1, 2, 3.
3.
I got 9, 1, 3. I think I'm missing one.
8.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that was the
Awesome.
worst creepy face.
Well, that's what I do. I got
You're
a
like-
creepy ass face.
Thank you.
Yes. That's what I wanted to hear.
Do, 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 do.
Go through the door. Undead Jeremy is there waiting. Nothing seems to happen. Although you do notice now that the don't open door is different. It's way more intense. Now the door itself is barred by heavy ropes just wrapped around and sealing it off. Don't open door now being what it says in much dramatic blood. You see another cadaver, just like Jeremy, only now its eyes are melting out of its skull and its lips eroded to the point of touching teeth, and the face is that of screaming pain. Its own fingers covered in blood, bone down to the second knuckle. Well, now we know what he used to write with. But that being said, the door that says don't open is to your right. Door straight ahead. Door to your left. Door behind you. Where do you go?
Can you do that again with this one?
I mean, yeah, I can, but then what if we actually need it later? I am getting a little bit tired from some of this magic. But I can do it this time.
You can hold off if you need to. I'm sure there's going to be no dearth of corpses.
Mm.
All right.
It's Peri's turn. I think she should pick.
Okay. Let's see. And the don't open is still on the right?
Except now it's more dramatic.
Yeah, let's go left. Left, like I'm left-handed, so let's do that.
It was just there. But now it seems as if this door was never there at all.
Oh, come on.
I look up at the sky and go, "Come on, stop cheating."
It's a good thing you look up at the sky because you see it just in time for the roof seems to have bowed and something is let loose now. You can see
Okay,
the
okay.
ceiling slowly begin to come down.
Yeah, we're
Another
running.
door,
Yeah, we're
another
just gonna run
door.
to the
Mhm.
door.
Okay, which door? The don't open door or the one that doesn't exist anymore?
Oh, where's
Is it-
I thought there was
Isn't there
three.
one in the middle?
Uh,
Isn't there one in the middle?
There is one straight ahead, yes.
Well, obviously.
Wait,
Yeah, we're
so
gonna
there's
go through
only
that
one.
Yeah,
And the one behind you that you came into, of course.
yeah. We're not going. We don't want to go through the don't open.
Clarify.
It became a dent open.
Yeah, clarification.
What,
Yeah,
how
no,
many
we're
doors?
I'm just gonna run to the one that's not the don't open door, throw it open, and throw Jeremy through. Follow Jeremy.
Okay. Is everyone else going in?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Everyone roll me a d10.
2.
1.
5.
I did it again. 3.
3. All right.
Wes is just shaking his head no.
2, 1. 5, 3. Okay. You come into another room. 10 by 10 by 10. Wood panels, floors, walls, ceiling.
There's still a don't open door.
The door behind you now says, "Don't open door, please," in big, emphatic writing. There are now chains, not just rope, tying off the door that you just walked through behind you. This door is just rising and billowing like a chest trying, barely able to get its breath, or like a billow in a forge. And now the corpse with no eyes, lips eroded to teeth. The gut is splayed open, blood pooling on the floor around it. Looks like they needed to write more words. What do you do?
It's my turn. So I will door on there's the don't open door on the left, right? On the
It's
left.
right
correct?
behind you now. It's
Oh,
right
okay.
behind you now.
So there's one ahead of me and then right and left.
Mm-hmm.
Left door, please. Because I'm not waiting for the ka-chunk and the squeezing and the goblin mashing to happen.
Okay. So the door to your left. Going through there? Is everyone?
Yeah, unless someone.
We follow.
Anyone? Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone give me a D10.
3.
8.
2.
10.
Because we've been.
3, 8, 2, 0. Okay. You get into another room, wood panels. As you close the door behind you again, you can hear a slam and the wood behind you begins to creak and rise to the whole wall is now breathing upon you. The room seems shorter, smaller, suffocating. The chains and the body at the door are gone. And while the whole world around you seems to breathe like lungs, the door itself that you just closed stands stoic, tall, waiting. On the walls, written again and again and again and again and again in a manic panic, blood scribbling warnings is the word "don't" from the floor to the ceiling, and a symbol of a half-open door is repeated everywhere. Where do you go?
Where is the barred door?
The barred door is no longer barred, but the entire wall of the door you just closed behind you is practically bending its wood panels to breathe.
So that seems like that would have been that door. The one that's behind us.
Maybe.
Do all the doors look the same, or does one door look slightly different, or is the
All the-
writing only around one door?
All the writing is everywhere. The doors look the same, but only the panels behind you are breathing.
Oh, okay.
Did we go through the dant door?
I don't think so.
I think we keep somehow going through the dant door. Like no matter what we try.
Yeah.
Should we just go through the damn door?
It's
See what happens.
breathing.
Doors aren't supposed to do that.
Yeah, a lot of things aren't supposed to do what they've done here.
One more time.
Nope.
Let's
it's
see what
my,
happens next.
It's my turn. And I turn to the door that's breathing,
Mhm.
open it, and waddle my little tiefling self through.
No.
I just
follow.
it's impotent flying out of my mouth as the door opens. So I say, "Dant!"
So you go in that door. Does anyone follow Corwin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to, but I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm gonna go through a different door.
Which door are you going to go through?
Whatever's on the other side of like the opposite.
And this is how Ineg survives this mission.
Okay. So you're going through. All right. Excellent. Then here's what I need. I guess I need everyone to roll a D10. And Wes, can you give me a D10 as well, please?
Uh-oh.
7.
Uh-oh.
2.
1.
2.
I got a 3.
Okay. Okay. The three of you go back through the door that's breathing heavily. Sam, you say, "No, I'm not doing this." You go for the other door. And you're touching a bare wall. No doors exist. You see one by one. All the doors vanish on you.
Even the one that was breathing that they went through?
Exactly.
Is there one up there?
No.
All right.
The blood is all over the walls. Everything else. I need you to roll a d6 for me, please.
Six.
Okay.
Also, it has a little eyeball in it, which is appropriate for this horrifying experience. Of
Sam, I need you to make a reflex save.
course.
Of course.
17 plus 11, 28. 28.
28. You take 7 damage as your skin is cut and flayed, and the whole room becomes spinning blades of death and dismemberment. You need to make one acrobatics check as one door starts to rise in the very center of a room filled with blades.
Here we go. All right. That's a 16 plus 9, whatever that is. My accent changed. You scared me so much, my accent changed.
It's 25.
25.
Very
Yeah.
bad.
It's
Is that
25.
correct? You guys can do math faster than I can type it into the calculator.
So 25. As the room just becomes this absolute coffin of violence, there's one door rises in the middle of the room. It's about a 15-foot, maybe like a 10-foot leap to get to it. Blades everywhere, pendulums swinging, and the door just opens up. You, with all your might, lift off, and you're flying through the air as pendulums pass you from behind and swing just out of the way in front. And as you start to feel yourself coming a little too close, a little too short, suddenly you roll through the door and you are safe. Now, everyone else. You open the door, close it behind you. Get into the next one. Suddenly, one of the doors breaks wide open. And though bleeding and cut up, not the worse for wear. Eineg comes spilling in from one of the other doors and into
back.
your room.
Okay.
What?
I
I look at the door behind me. You know what? I'm done trying to understand this bullshit. You hear that?
As you say that, one of the doors disappear.
Nope.
The
Going
second
through a
door
door. Going
disappears.
through a door.
Yep, I follow Bowen and
Going.
The third door disappears until suddenly there's only one door in the room. And you begin to see blood dripping from the walls around the door, and with one last failed attempt, says, "Please open this door."
Now that's just confusing.
Nope. I
What's
don't.
this opening?
Okay. I look. Oh my gosh, and Nick.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Well,
I mean, we're gonna have to open it,
There's no
Yeah.
other way.
and I
We-
bet you whatever crazy bullshit this sorcerer, wizard, monster thing is trying to do to us is up there.
tax collector probably.
Tax collectors, definitely.
I think it's my turn.
Take your pick.
With the heaviness that matches just like the direness of the situation, Yonk has always been the we have to laugh at it, or else the only thing to do is to cry at it. So they walk up to the door and they say, "Oh, please." Well, if you insist. And then like very mocking, chivalrously bow, take the hat off, put it back on, grab the handle and pull it open.
Okay. Wes, you are floating in a sea of stars, like being in a pool at night, just drifting through the calm waters, looking at the sky above. And then you hear a voice. "Hello, lost child. I believe my master said that we are not done with you yet. Do you want to open the door and see what is on the other side?"
Yeah, that sounds good. Sure.
Master, this one says they want to see what was on the other side. Suddenly you see this dark figure materialize. "I am Shoth Shavelyoth, the door that is never closed, and I offer you this one last chance, my sire, to open the door and see what is on the other side. But once you go through, you can never return home. You can never close the door or open another one again. Are you sure you wish to open this door?"
I mean, this is nice and peaceful and all, but yeah, a little bit of an adventure. Never killed more than a lot of people. That's fine.
No. And after all, you never know what could be beyond the other side of that door. And then his whole body begins to morph into a door. Opens up with just a spear of light. At this moment, Yonk, as you open the door, you see infinite possibilities moving ever inward into a cataclysmic kaleidoscope of cosmic concept, until at the last second, you are greeted by Dan. And in this moment, you both know what's behind the door. It's always been infinity. It's always been conceptualizations, joy, peace, fear, anger, hate, everything and nothing at all. It's peace, it's madness, it's chaos, it's joy. But you would never know unless you took the leap. You have to take the leap. You have to open that door. You have to open the door. Even if that door is a friend. A friend whose chest is just a door that needs to be opened. A friend whose skull is just a window that needs to be slid up. At this point in time, you and Dan know one single purpose. The door must be opened. It cannot remain closed. And there it is. just behind you. I mean, what's one more door? You've opened so damn many at this point. But you know behind that door, there's your friends. Your friends that you cannot trust because they are just unopened doors. Well, you have Dan next to you. Why don't you see if you can get them to open the fuck up? You are both possessed by Shah Shabelioth in the unopened door. Now, because of time, we are going to make this simple. Everyone gets one big action and one big reaction, an offense and a defense. This will decide who lives, who dies, and who escapes. You all get to work together or apart on this, but one thing is for sure. That door is only going to open one more time. And we're going to see who crosses it. Let's start off going one by one. No initiative. This is just chaos and violence. Starting off with Aubrey. Aubrey, you get one attack, one big action. It could be a spell, it could be method, anything.
Fireball.
In the whole room?
Yeah, if I see this bullshit start happening, I just go, nya, 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 boom.
Isn't the room like the same size as the fireball radius?
It's smaller. It's smaller.
Fuck
A
it.
fireball radius is 30. This is 10.
Yeah, just go, nya.
Can you even make a dodge roll at that point?
You can use your defensive action to make a reflex save, or you can do one aggressive action to go out fighting and dying. The question is, what are you going to do? You defend and you live, but you cannot defend again, or you attack and you die, but you take someone with you. This is your big chance. What are you going to do? We have Fireball to start. Randy, you're muted.
Aha! I figured it out. I have 2 mutes, and that was one of them. I warp step.
As a defensive?
Yep. I am warp stepping out of the way towards the door. I am moving towards there to get out.
Okay. Cool. We're going to keep it there. Sam, offense or defense? What are you going to do?
So I see a door that is not part of Dan, or I'm
Yeah,
a little confused of what the
It's A-okay, I know. So the door's open, cracked just a little bit. The cosmos that was there is gone now. You can maybe see some actual night sky, but Dan and Yonk are now side by side, and they're coming to kill you.
Okay. Can I... Let's see. I want to take a... I guess, to shove... I'll do a Brutus shove on Yonk to try to get myself, like, an opening to get out.
Okay, give me a roll to hit. When the time comes, I'm sorry, but we'll you can keep the roll to hit. Just let me know later.
Okay.
All right,
good.
so
It's quite good.
speaking of Yonk, Aaron, you're in a room with the fireball going off. You have Sam's character who sees the fireball, sees you, and just thinks F it, and starts to just try to charge right through you. What are you gonna do?
Bouncy Goblin. So, depending on how it plays out, like, she's gonna like shove, and if I pass the tumble roll there, then she'll have shoved me out of the way, and then I'm gonna open. Oh no, I can't say it like that. I'm going to open the door in the back of the house as she charges past me.
In her back. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
Cool. Now, Wes, Dan's back. Fireball is erupting. Sam is rushing through, trying to murder Yonk. Corwin is just blitzing with magic to get by. What are you gonna do? So many options.
I would like to grapple somebody and shove them into the fireball, not only to protect myself, but to force somebody to take full damage.
Choice is yours. You have so many options.
Who is the closest to me?
I very specifically tried to go through Yonk to be farther away from you.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want me to be really mean and say you can grab Mephit?
Oh no!
Oh.
They are, after all, just right there by the fireball source, after all.
Possibly, but I also did get dealt a lot of damage from Peary.
Dragging me into my own fireball.
Yeah,
And Peary is making a fireball. Yeah. So what are
that's
you
a
gonna do?
lot
You're
of
gonna
concentration. So yeah, as the fireball goes off, just get behind Peary and push her into it.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
I have fire resistance.
But I'm trying to block damage from myself too.
That's fair.
So,
Okay,
I guess that
so-
works out.
Here's what we're gonna do. The fireball's the attack, opening up the room. Everyone's doing their defensive actions now.
Yep.
So you can go ahead and roll damage. I'm just gonna say this is basically do or die. This fireball is gonna kill everyone that doesn't kill you first or take some action to dodge it. You can go ahead and roll damage if you want to, but it's gonna be live or die.
Lucky.
So warp to door, you're automatically getting out of the fireball because you're basically about to step through that door.
Yeah.
Sam, I need you to roll to hit Yonk.
Okay, that was a 19 that I rolled. So that on the die face, and to hit is plus 15. So that's a lot of numbers.
That's a 34. That's, I'm pretty sure, a dirty crit on you, Yonk, if I'm not wrong. If I'm wrong.
Well, +1 from Twitchy.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're both circumstance bonuses. I can't get to +3
Can't
with the other
stack them.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. So yeah, that's a critical.
Okay. So I will give you this.
Flat-footed.
You can make an acrobatics check to try and dodge, but you have to basically beat a crit.
Okay, wait.
Wait, was she
So-
shoving or attacking?
She's
I-
attacking,
Okay.
but the
I
attack
did-
is a shove. Like it's a cut that makes you move.
Okay, so then now I'm doing what specifically?
Oh, you're fine. No, I'm talking. Yonk's got to make an
Oh,
acrobatics check.
Yonk.
You're fine.
Okay, I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah.
What's my DC?
You have to beat a 34.
Well, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I think actually, I can't beat that. If I roll a 20, I would get a 33. So there's no way I can pass that roll.
No. Okay.
Your
I-
AC is what, like a 22?
Well, it's an acrobatics test now, and my
Mhm.
acrobatics is +13, and it gets a 34. I would have to roll a 20 and then also just be magical.
I mean, the 20 is a crit. It would automatically succeed. You want to take a 5% chance?
All right. I rolled a 2.
I got one of the numbers right.
Okay. Now really fast, Wes. Give me an athletics check to push Aubrey into her own fireball.
Okay.
Also, I rolled a 32 for fireball damage.
Nice.
Not 20!
Oh my god.
After
So-
all my terrible rolls, I finally roll a good roll.
Oh my god.
So fast and dirty. Peary, you fireball. As it's about to erupt, you feel this sudden lifting, and you are thrown into the center of your own fireball, treating it to you like it would be a critical fail. You take 64 damage.
Can I use Orc Ferocity to stay standing?
You can make that. I'll give it to you because there's a second option. There's a potential for a second option here. But you're basically dead at this point, for all we know. Wes, you're still alive and fine because you threw her into her own fireball. Sam, you running through, you cleave Yonk in half. His
Sorry.
body just splits and bounces like silly putty down a
Two
staircase
pieces?
in 2 pieces while you zip on through. Corwin, the minute the fireball bead begins to pop, you step, you're right at the door, and you look and you can see outside. You can smell fresh air. Sam is running right next to you, and she is covered in Yonk's blood. Now, second opportunity here. This is your chance to either try and fight to stay alive or kill someone with your last effort. Aubrey, your orc ferocity. You're very limited in what you can do now. You're on shaky legs here. An action to kill someone or an action to defend yourself and escape.
Can I cast Gale Blast to push everyone back from me and have Mephi just drag me the fuck out.
Give me a give me a nature check. That'll be the narrative for that.
Mm-hmm.
So Gale Blast and dip with Mephit. Got it. Now,
And dip.
that being said, don't tell me the number just yet. Randy, you're at the door. You can see Peary is about to make a break for it. Sam is right next to you, of course. You think Yonk is dead, but his body keeps moving around way too much. And Dan, of course, is looking down the pipe right at you. What are you going to do with your last action?
Is this messed up? This might be messed up.
It's all messed up. It's all messed up.
No,
Are you
no,
gonna
no,
run
no,
through and close the door again?
I'm not gonna run through and close the door. But I am going to cast Endure on myself and walk through that door and leave. I'm not slamming it behind me, but I want to make sure I don't die.
Okay. Give me an occult spell check, an occult check. That'll be Endure and leave. Got it. Next up, Sam.
Yeah.
You're at that door. Those pieces of Yonk's gonna be bouncing way too much. Dan is looking right down the pipe at you. What are you gonna do?
I am going to. Is there something like a full defense? I know I have shield block as a reaction, but I want to like go through the door, but like have a defense. Just
You keep Dan
ready.
from going through the door.
No. I also not Endure on myself. I'm by the door. I want to go through the door, but I want to cast Soothe on Peary
Okay.
as I'm leaving.
Soothe on Peary. Excellent. That will still be the occult check, but I like that.
Yep. It's
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Go really fast. Sam, athletics check to basically bar the door
Gotcha.
and then leave so Dan can't leave. Next up. Yonks.
Wait, can I
Yeah.
clarify specifically what I'm doing?
Sure. Of course.
It's more so like I have my shield up and I'm like outside of the door to see if Peary can get through. And if it seems like they can't get through, I'm shutting it. I'm sorry, but like
I mean,
it's
I have a good feeling about what I rolled.
Can I use my reaction of no escape to charge an egg down?
You can.
Well,
you
'cause
can.
I was already at the door though,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Whoever's going through, like, running away. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. When we get to you, you can make an action similar to that if you wish. We're kind of playing fast and loose now. But now, Yonk, you are now 2 half Yonks. While people look at you and think you're just a dead goblin, you are now, in fact, 2 goblins. You have one last opportunity. What are you going to do?
There's no universe in where I cannot fuck up the person who cut me in half.
No, but you can fuck up Peary.
Oh no. Well, So, wait. I said that I can't. And why? I was saying emotionally, I can't not try to kill an
Oh,
egg
you
for
can't
cutting
not-
me in half.
Got
But
it.
is that an option?
Absolutely.
Because, yeah, I will. You know what? Being in half feels awesome, and I want to share that with you, just like so much, my dude.
Okay. Your choice. Do you want to roll to hit, or do you want to roll an acrobatics check to bound out of there and do one last strike?
Weirdly, those two numbers are the same plus.
Perfect.
So 6 of one, half a dozen of another. But comically, and I think this would be the direction that now that the brain is in 2 halves, I think one of them is bouncing towards the door to get out, and the other is just bouncing towards an egg to murder. So it looks cohesive and together, but they are definitely 2 independent things going on. Let's see what happens. Oh,
Got the
that's
shield up.
19 plus 13 is 32.
Shield would be +2. What's your AC, Aneg?
23.
23, 32.
25.
Well, that's even with the shield? Or was it
Yeah,
with
wait.
shield?
Yep. Okay.
So prevents me from taking damage up to the shield's hardness.
Mm-hmm. So. Okay.
Does
We're
the
gonna get
half
to
of
that.
me attacking have panache?
You don't have to worry about actually rolling the dice. This is
All
all just narrative at this point. Now, Wes. Yonks is basically going bouncing boop, boop, off their own half pieces with one last strike towards Ineg. You are in the room now with Piri, as she's about to leave with Method. You have one last option, one last action before this whole thing is over. What do you do?
Do I still have my rope hatchet?
Your rope hatchet? Sure, for the sake of narrative, of course.
I want to throw my rope hatchet into the door and then pull it closed.
I'm standing outside the door, just so you know.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's part of the whole thing that I.
Yeah.
All right. So instead, I'd like to throw my hatchet into the hinge and try and
Keep the door open.
Yeah, pretty much keep it open.
Keep it open.
So that I can charge them down and follow them through the door.
Okay. Give me a roll to hit. Now, let's go from top to the bottom. Aubrey, Gale Blast and Leave. What's that nature check?
Is a nat 20 for a 32.
Woo!
With a push back and Method, grabbing by the scruff, you make it outside. Soothe and Leave. Corwin, what was that occult check?
It was a 28.
The spell finally being applied to Piri outside the maze of doors refreshes her entirely as you, Corwin, get to lay hands upon her and heal her in this moment. You're both outside and free. Last but not least of this team, to bar the door and leave with the shield up. Sam, what was your athletics check?
Oh, I didn't even roll it. Let's find out.
Let's find out. This could all be for naught.
All right, that looks not bad. Let me, with my old lady fingers, use the calculator. 30.
Dang.
Okay, we're gonna get that in just a second because this is narratively important. You put all your weight behind your shield and you get ready for what's about to come next. Unfortunately, you do not suspect this. Yonk, what is your bouncing cut? Roll to hit.
Boy. 15 plus 13 is 28.
28. So, as you're holding fast, you suddenly feel your entire leg shoot from underneath you as it's almost severed completely at the leg, at the knee. And there, lying down with the blade up, slowly dying and almost melting blade up, is Yonk. And you're about to fall on his sword. Meanwhile, you hear this, and this axe linchpins into the hinge, and suddenly the door won't close. It hits and reverberates, and then suddenly Dan comes charging out of the maze of doors. And as he does, I need one last roll between Ineg and Dan to see who really lives and dies in this moment.
All right.
I'm sure we both got that big athletics bonus.
You
so
gave
this
me
will
a
be
nice nat 20 the last time, please.
And now give it
Perform
to
again.
me.
No.
Yes, give it to me.
As they're doing this, I'm imagining the one half of Yonk's face in a really twisted grin, but then the other half is just missing, and how fucking creepy that would look.
Okay, so it's a 14 on the dice for a 27.
Oh my god, I got a 14 on the dice too. What's my bonus?
Are we both at a 13?
It's a 30. Mine's a 13.
Oh, no, we're tied!
So as you start falling back and almost about to hit the sword, Dan comes charging into you, almost bounces you back onto your feet. You end up in an epic struggle. This is all happening in seconds. I need one last check. This is going to be, if you can break this tie, you win.
You're such a good dice.
Fighters
Such a good
slash
dice.
barbarians.
Want them to end stuck together in the
I
door.
can't believe we
neither
have
one
the
of them making it.
same athletics bonus. Okay, that means it's gonna be all up to the die.
It's all up to the D20 face. Oh,
Huh.
I don't know if Wes is happy because he's going to kill, or sad because he's going to kill you. Uh-oh. Okay, okay.
What'd you roll?
I got 3.
You beat me. I got a 1.
And there it is.
I can't believe. Damn you, dice.
As Dan charges you, knocks you up to your feet, he comes trying to meet you in midair. You meet, you collide, you grapple, and with the last second, you turn Dan around and force him onto the sword of Yonk. And this for sure, there was a door that needed to be opened, and apparently it was Dan once again.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
I can't believe that.
I can't.
That was amazing.
Wow.
And with one last moment as you collect your breath, Yonks just melts away into the fresh earth that you now stand on. Dan, impaled by the sword, chokes and then fizzles as well. The door that you finally broke out of from the maze of doors just vanishes. And then you realize something terrible. Looking up at the sky, it's a moon. It's a full moon. It's a full moon with two large eyes watching you. And as it hangs in the air, behind you, you hear the horrible cries of the Hayman coming to kill you. And in front, across cobblestones, gravel, and dirt, you see your only salvation and safety from the Hayman, the Doltonshire Sanitarium. This is where we're going to end Return to Doltonshire, Episode 3. Tune in next week. Return to Doltonshire, Episode 4. The Sanitarium. Because that's where these things always must end, yes? In the place where madness is perverted and twisted. Thank you so much for tuning into Episode 3. My name is PJ. Let us say goodbye to these amazing players and guests on today's show, starting with Aubrey. Aubrey, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hello, I am Aubrey. I've been playing Fury. You can find me on the internet everywhere at Mad Queen Cosplay. You usually also find me herding all of the cats over on Gobbleton Gaze. And you see me here every Monday as Aurora on Wayward Arcadium. You know, it's like I'm everywhere. I'm also part of Bring Your Own Mech. I'm Sawyer over there. You can find me on the new campaign from Ballad of the Seven Dice. And next month you can find me over on Girls Run These Worlds, running some Starfinder. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Check it out.
Hell yeah! And next up we have, almost called you Yonk. Aaron, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I am two halves of a GM, masquerading as one entire GM. You can find me specifically at Aaron in Words, but what you're probably looking for is at Queen's Core RPG, where you can find me running horror games, Cult Divinity Lost, Call of Cthulhu, Trail of Cthulhu. I've had Aubrey over some Delta Green. My niche is making people comfortably uncomfortable in some of the best indie love systems out there. If you're not into Twitter, which would be A, very surprising, but B, not a problem, because you can also get your TikTok at Queen's Court Games. You can get your book Faced at Queen's Court Games. You can get your Gram Instad at Queen's Court Games. We are in all those places.
Yeah. Well, next up we have Sam. Sam, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Well, hello. I'm Sam Sterling, and I'm frazzled. You can find me everywhere at Hey Sam Sterling. You can also find me here Wednesdays, which is today, so next week. And also at Creators Assemble on Twitch. Every other Tuesday, we just started a Spelljammer mini campaign. Next week is going to be a rerun of the first episode, so if you missed it, you can tune in. I play a plasmoid blob. It's great. I play with Utsuhime, Momo from A Minstrel's Tale, Lamar the Conguy, Joe Brett, and it's a really fun little game. We just had a casino adventure, so come check it out. And thank you all for all this stress I added to my life.
My pleasure. I'm glad to make your Wednesday just a little worse. Next up, we have Dan the Orc Man, Wes. Please, Wes, tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Hi, everybody. I'm Wes at Wes_IRL and all the things. If you like cosplay, check out my Instagram. I haven't done too much of it recently, but hoping to get back into it soon. So that's where you can find me. This was fun.
I'm so glad you liked it.
Yeah.
And right now, tied for first with Ineg, Corwin. Randy, please tell us who you are and where we can find you on that sweet, sweet internet.
Yeah, sorry, my brain is just like wow after a crazy night of fun. But hi everybody, I'm Randy Alvarenga. You can find me on Twitter at Roller Raja. That's ROLLERRAJA, where I tend to talk about stuff. I haven't been as good at that recently, but some of the really cool stuff I'm working on are I'm playing The Bureau, which is a horror game set kind of like Control-ish, like you're inside of government multiplex kind of thing that's spooky and paranormal. I'm also playing over on Saving Throws show in The Few and Cursed, which is a RPG that's currently in Kickstarter. You can go and find that on Kickstarter right now. It's live, and you can find out about that on my Twitter page. And sometimes over on Gen Con TV doing not Savage Worlds. What is that? The blah 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 Shadowrun. So yeah, there you go. And some other really cool stuff. Like a project that both Wes and Sydney and I are all in. That's gonna be starting soon, and I'm so pumped. So come check it out and find out what else.
Be so awesome. Anyway, well, my name is PJ Megaw. You can find me all over the internet at pj.megaw, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Come find me, confront me, and hey, let's have some fun. And when I'm not here, these amazing legends, you can see me and Aubrey and a bunch of other friends here Mondays for Waitwood Arcadium, which has been crazy this season. And you can also find me here, same nat time, same nat channel, Wednesdays, 8 to 11 p.m. for Edge of Legend. But instead, it's going to be the final episode for Return to Doltonshire. We have, I think, 2 new guests, Aki from Goblets and Gaze, as well as Zach, Sakia Goggins. We love them so much, and we are going to be excited to close the show with them. And then when November rolls around, we'll get back to Edge of Legend proper. More announcements when and as I can let you know, but just know there's a lot of stuff in the works for me to tell you about. Cool stuff. Anyway, that being said, I'm going to make it really brief. We are going to be rating Paul Dances. So if you're still around, thank you. Give support and love. And what should our raid cry be?
Dance.
Dance. Dance, open the door.
Dance open, Dan inside.
Just dance open. Dance open. You need the ambiguity.
I love that. All right. We're going to say dance open. And if they look confused, just say, look, if you know, you know. All right. We're going to be rating.
You know. You know.
We're going to be rating in 3, 2, 1.